everybody? It is Aloha Friday with me, the one and only. We've made it. It's been 7 days since the last time I was here, and it seems like time just goes by really quickly, but I'm glad to be here. It is the end of the work week, maybe, hopefully, for everybody else, and the beginning of the weekend. So I hope everyone is having a relaxing day, relaxing night, hanging out with some friends, barbecuing, going to the beach, or snowboarding, wherever you are in the world. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's going to be a great show. We do have a returning guest coming on. We did have him on before, but this is part 2 of his introduction because we had so much fun talking with him on the first episode, though we just only got to his intro. So we're going to continue his intro on part 2, which is today. And then we also have a special guest co-host. You've seen him before on the community hangouts, but he'll be here to hang out for a little bit, as long as for whatever time he has. Thank you everybody for tuning in, listening, watching, or even on the replay. But before I continue, I just want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, FANABLE.
Imagine a world where your cherished collectibles are always safe, giving you peace of mind and effortless control anytime, anywhere. That's the mission of FANABLE, where they digitize your prized items and safeguard them in their fully insured, state-of-the-art Brinks Vault, all backed by advanced blockchain technology for unmatched transparency and security. The best part and the true value is in the community, a warm, welcoming family of passionate collectors, new and old. Every week, they create fresh content supported with giveaways for the community and host X Spaces, YouTube live streams, and lively game nights in Discord, where laughter flows and bonds grow strong. Discover their 24/7 kiosks, perfect for grail-chasing graded comics or cards with ease. Explore their vibrant marketplace, brimming with a delightful variety of collectibles to browse and cherish, and feel the comfort of trading digitally while truly owning the physical. It's freedom wrapped in serenity. So the question you have to ask yourself, do you FANABLE?
That is right. Thank you, FANABLE, for the sponsorship. And if you have not started your collecting journey on that platform, feel free to use our link in the description of this video. And check it out, www.fanable.io, or you can download it on your iOS or Android device. And let's see, one more thing. We are also fueled by Samples On. I got myself here the acai berry passion fruit. And for the people who may have been to Hawaii, passion fruit, here we call it, is lily koi. So this is acai berry with lily koi. So go give it a try. It is very delicious. That flavor, we have the white one. Oh, what is that one? I forgot the flavor of that one, but it's also good. And then also the light purple one. And one more thing, we do have a FANABLE giveaway, but we will be running that at the end of the stream. So if you want a chance to win something from FANABLE, you need to stick around and see what it is. Okay, I think that's good. And shout out to everybody in the chats. And thank you for the repost for all the people that have done so. Wow, I'm like out of breath. I'm like not even running. Okay, let me bring up our special guest along with our guest co-host. All right, here we go.
Activate the machine. Full power.
we have returning special guest Richard, aka Exhibition, lover of comics, but most specifically, anything and everything X Men. And we also
Yeah.
have our returning guest co host of Aloha Friday and the community hangouts. We got Slider. What is up, gentlemen? Oh, can you hear
What
us?
is up? What is up? I'm doing
What's
very,
up,
very,
Richard?
very good. I'm a little bit tired. I told you already before because I'm stupid and I kind of forgot the dates. And so we have Songkran here, which is Khmer New Year, which is 3 days. It is absolutely crazy. But it already started a week before. So I've been partying the whole week. And then we were texting,
So,
right? Like when we are going to come on. And then I was
yeah.
like, yeah, no, I can recover. But I basically just stopped partying yesterday. Forgive me if I'm a little slow today. But I'm good. I'm good. I'm very happy.
It's all good. Yeah, thank you, Richard, for coming on and continuing your story from the first episode. So that's going to be another great journey. And just also want to say hi to you, Slider. It's been a while. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm always scared about that beaming technology because it looked like it started on fire this time. So, but no, I'm good. Yeah, just glad to be here, and yeah, can't wait to talk and listen to the story.
Awesome.
The last time I was on, you guys had that countdown 10, 9, 8, 7 before you bring up a guest. That
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
really made me nervous. This one is better. This is a better introduction. I was like,
Just like
wow,
put you there.
Just shoot you right
that's
in.
better.
Yeah. I know. That's what people say. Like, yeah, it's not so bad. Like, when we tell them like this is how we do the intro, just wait for the countdown. They're like, "Oh yeah, sure, sure, sure." And then when they see like 5, 4, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And then they're there and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're right about just like warning us." I mean, nothing bad, right? It's all fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
But yeah, just want to thank you, Richard, for coming back on through your activities you've been doing. It's been really fun watching your little short videos and kind of like living through your eyes, your experience. So
Right?
for people that don't know, when we
Oh
had
no, I'm YouTube famous. How do you don't know me? I got
well, for the
40
few
views.
that haven't heard, I'm sure everybody else, like 97% have heard of you. So, um, so for the
No,
ones that who may have
yeah.
missed it, last time we spoke, you were in another part of the world, and then you
Yes.
recently moved. So, can you tell us what happened since the last time that you were on your journey?
Yeah, well, a lot happened. I had to look it up. The last time I was here was February 2025, I believe. And yeah, well,
Oh,
a
it's
lot has
been
changed
here.
because back then I still had a normal job and I had a house and I had all that stuff. But yeah, I had this idea to. So I moved because I want to be a comic creator. So I was just sitting in the Netherlands having this dead end job, which I didn't enjoy at all. It was really making me depressed. And I got my house, and I had my house for about 18 years. So, but I was living in a part in the Netherlands. I didn't enjoy either. So I didn't like my job. I didn't like my house. I was like, what am I doing here? So, and I was at this idea that I will become a writer. I wanted to write novels. I got a couple of ideas and that sort of stuff. I always started something, but I never finished anything because life gets in the way, and there's always double shifts to do and 60 hours a week, 80 hours a week work hours. So I was like, I need to change things, man. And I sent Josh a text. It's like I'm not having a middle crisis, a midlife crisis. But no, this week was perfect because I just recently was already last year. Man, time goes fast. But yeah, I turned 40 and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. There's never going to be a perfect moment for anything you want to do in life. And I was just
Mm,
like, I'm going to follow that dream. So I wanted to write, I wanted to write novels. But then I'm like, but I really like comics. So why am I going to write novels if I like comics? And I'm already a little part of the VB community, of course. So I was like, yeah,
mhm.
man, to jump into the comics. The comics, they cost a lot to create, even the indie ones. They're just expensive, and even though the artists are underpaid in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, they are objectively underpaid, but it still
Yeah.
costs a lot to produce a comic. So I was like, "Oh, what am I going to do?" Because most people, you guys go to comic cons and everything, right? So when you go there, you will always see a whole bunch of writers with their script under their arm, and they go to the artist. It's like, "Hey, man, can you draw my dream?" And they're like, "No, dude, you have to pay me." And they're like, "Oh."
Yeah. Aw, wah, wah.
Yeah, because writing is, I wouldn't necessarily say easier, but it is faster. It is faster. So you can create a whole comic book in a day or in a week if you put some beans into it. But drawing, that takes a longer time. So it's like, all right, I want to do this, but I don't know how to draw. So that's where I started thinking like, well, what if you draw it yourself? I was like, "Oh, yeah, bet I'm going to do that," but that's gonna take yeah, it's going to take years. So that's why I sold my house. I moved here. I'm living in Cambodia for the people who are watching. And well, the whole reason why I'm living here is because uh, it's basically just cheap. It's cheap to live here. I got a really small budget, monthly budget, and so I can draw it out, pun intended. Can draw it out for a couple of years, and then I hope it's gonna take me about 3, 4 years to get on a reasonable level, like intermediate. When I want to publish my indie comic, then people don't go like, "Wow, this is horrible." They're like,
Yeah.
"It's okay, it's okay." So that is my goal. It's okay. That's
I
what I'm
see. I
going
see.
for. Yeah, and so I just started it, and I never really wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I thought it would be fun to just to document it, and then in years time you can look back, and especially when I do finally publish a comic, then I can just show like a short video of 1 or 2 minutes where I started. So right now with my stupid doodling, and then in 4 years, hopefully there is some quality to it, and then everyone can see how much time and everything and effort I put into it, because it is going to be a lot of work. It is a little bit scary because I'm just jumping in with both feet, but I'm very excited, and I thought, well, now I got this YouTube channel, so I got my own little space as well, because um, I can be a bit of a contrarian.
Just a bit.
Like, oh, then I got my own space, and then I can say whatever I want.
Right. You are your own man.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. But yeah, so it's really nice. So I got just the normal videos. That is basically my drawing process. Maybe I do some explaining about the X-Men or whatever. You make those comic videos. Maybe I don't really enjoy making
Oh.
those videos because you have to edit everything, and it's very different because I made a couple of shorts, but the shorts I just walk somewhere, and then I just pull out my phone, and then I start vlogging, if I can call it vlogging, and that's kind of fun because it's no pressure. I'm just just talking stupid to my phone, and that's it. But when you're making a video like I did with my first video, which I explained the situation, and now I'm going to start my comic creating journey, then I wasn't really nervous for it, but it felt so weird because now I'm actually doing something, and I'm like, should I write a script? No, I'm not gonna write a script. But yeah, you still have to think about like what I'm going to talk about. Hello, I'm going to draw. So that became a little weird. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not really a big fan of making YouTube videos. It is a skill you have to learn, and I don't know. I want to put the time into it, but just rambling again to my phone, that's okay. So I'm definitely doing more. So the short sides of the channel, that is basically just me following here. How am I going to settle down? Basically, looking for an apartment. Next thing is coming up. I'm going to buy a bicycle. It's just really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it is just that sort of things, and then I explained a bit about Cambodia. I'm not a whole lot. It's not like a traveling channel. It's just me in my daily life, and, which is really awesome here, by the way. But yeah, maybe a little bit of party scenes. Oh, and there's one thing that is coming up, which I really enjoy. So I go to supermarkets and wet markets, and then I come back. I don't know why I started that, but it just was really genuine because I was trying to unpack, and then I pull out my phone, and I go like, "What's in the bag?" So then I show what kind of groceries I did and what kind of stuff I bought, and I got a bunch of them, so they're coming up, and that is really funny. It's like its own segment. Cool, and the
It's
kind
a
of stuff you
blind
can
bag,
buy here.
right? Blind bag. Call that segment like a blind bag. What's in the
Oh,
blind
yeah,
bag?
well, I thought what's in the bag because it's from Seven, right? What's in the box?
Oh. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, and well, the
Smart.
reason why I got it because I was watching some shorts from this Welsh guy. He drinks a lot, like a whole lot, and he has this shorts, this TikTok shorts or YouTube shorts, and it's
Yeah.
called "Hey," and then you just see him getting hammered. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. What's in the bag? So that's kind of fun. And then I'll just buy some stuff, and then it breaks down again because everything here is made by China. So I was like, is there lead in this one? Am I going to eat this? But it's fun, and I'm just gonna show the supermarkets here, and basically, and it's just me being stupid because there was a mall here, and I didn't know about that. It's like, wait, there's a mall. And so I'm going to the mall on my bicycle through traffic, and then I arrived there, and I was like, where am I going to park my bicycle? And I'm so stupid, and I just go around. I go to the security, and they don't speak any English. It's like, no, you cannot park here. It's like, where the hell am I going to park? Eventually, I find a spot, and then at some point, I'm on the rooftop, and I look down, and I see all these parking spots, especially made for bicycles. I was like, I'm so stupid, man. I was just going
Oh.
around in circles, and they're everywhere. I'm just blind, just blind.
Well, you
So I'm
didn't
like,
know any better, right?
no, that's the fun part of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm just a stupid tourist. I don't know things. I'm dumb.
No, but then you find out and then you're like, "Oh, okay. So for the next time, then you kind of yeah, you're learning like a little bit of things every single day while you're out exploring. So then before you know
Yeah,
it, before the end of the month, you kind of like know where to go for certain spots and do certain
right.
things. So yeah, it's a learning experience, I would say.
Yeah, and what the other thing was, so the security guy, what was a sign. So if you have a receipt, you don't have to pay, and if you don't
Hmm.
have a receipt, you have to pay like $2 or something. I don't know. So I
Okay.
wanted to pay because I didn't have a receipt. I didn't get it. I just didn't understand. It's like, what do you mean with receipt? It's like, can I give you money? He's like, no, 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 no. It's like, okay. So then I went in the mall, and then I'm putting two and two together, right? I was like, oh, if you buy something at the mall and you show your receipt, then you don't have to pay for your parking spot. I was like, oh yeah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
that's like their way of like getting your ticket validated, kind of.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's how it works. The whole mall was empty, by the way, but I think I did a review of how it was. Yeah, Siem Reap is in a tough spot. So for the people who don't know, Siem Reap is a tourist city. Everything here is basically built on tourism.
Oh,
That's
okay.
because you got the biggest temple site in the world here. It's called Angkor Wat, which is really awesome, by the way. It's
Oh,
where
wow.
they filmed the first Tomb Raider.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Have you been there yourself or you've just read about it?
No, no. Well, it's just around the corner here, but I've been there in 2011. Yeah, in 2011, I did some backpacking. I went to Russia and China, and eventually Southeast Asia. I did India as well, and Nepal. I
Oh,
worked
wow.
there. Yeah, in Nepal, I worked at an orphanage for 2 months as a volunteer. So I did a lot of experience back then, and had a lot of fun. So then years later, I was like, yeah. So here's the problem with backpacking because it's so much fun and everything. And then you never can really go back to a normal life. But then again, I never really settled in civilian society because mm, because I was 17 when I started sailing. So I started sailing when I was 17, and that was my frame of
Jeez.
reference. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I was a child soldier. I was 16 when I applied, and I was just 17 when they took me in. So and then I started sailing for a couple of years, and then after that I bought my house, and I was working construction as a plumber, and whenever I was talking to buddies who were working construction, they were trying to make it sound like it was the best thing ever. "Oh, man, you don't get it. People work." Then I walked uh, around the construction site, and I've seen like two jokes in a couple of years. Like, no, nobody is crazy and funny. It's just people going to work, and they all seem like they are just burned out already.
Yeah.
No, that was not fun at all. And then I did a couple of other jobs. It's like, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Work is not fun, man.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's when it really gets to you, when it's not fun anymore. Maybe you started
Mhm.
off fun or you thought it was, and then
That's the
once you're
problem.
like, yeah.
Yeah, because you start sailing, and of course you have to work a lot. But then you got your weekends, and in your weekends you are in a foreign port, and everything is new, and you're with a lot of people that's your own age and everything. So and of course you make good money for a 17-year-old. So that was
Mhm.
awesome, and yeah, that was my frame of reference. And I was like, well, I started here, and every year I'm going like slightly down. Every year I'm making less money somehow. Just get another job. I'm like, "Well." No, it kind of sucked actually. And also, people always who haven't been into the military, uh, they always pretend like they cannot take orders and everything because it's a militaristic society, of course. And it's like, no, I'm not gonna take orders. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. But I found that in civilian society, corporate structure, I think that is way worse over there because you got those middle management, and they're always
Mm.
power hungry or high on their power. It was like, dude, you're making $50 more than me. What is it for? They're gonna like, you have to do meetings all the time. You don't have to
Mhm.
do a meeting, minimum wage. So
Yeah.
yeah, and the whole corporate structure that is mirrored of the military society, right? That's why people wearing suits and everything. You got ranks. Look,
Mm.
the highest person, the director, you call him an officer. He's an officer, chief executive officer. It's like you're not an officer. I'm an officer. It's like, nah, man, you didn't even do boot camp. Get out of here. You're an officer. Stupid. I think also is so stupid. So you got all the bad parts of that society, but you don't have the fun parts of it because then it's 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and then you go home, and like, well, that was it, and then the next day you do it all again. But you never have the fun part where you go out with your buddies or you're doing something. So
Yeah.
they took all the bad aspects of it, and now yeah, I'm never going to fit in there. So I'm basically betting my whole life on this journey, which is a stupid idea, but here I am.
But hey, at least you're taking that chance and trying something new that
Right.
you've never tried to do before. You're gonna start an adventure of drawing and writing
Yeah.
something all on your own. And what I really like that you started, yeah, is your YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
we can, like, the people who have never been to Cambodia, like, be part of that experience, because it's
Yeah.
really cool. It's really fun, and you are a funny person on camera when
Oh,
you're
thank
just
you.
like talking to yourself or talking to whoever's passing by. And I think that's I mean, that's stuff that I like to watch. It's like
Yeah.
real stuff. It's like not, oh yeah, what do I say again? This is take number 5. Okay, make sure my hair is perfect and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And
It's
just kind
raw.
of like scripted. Yeah. So I think a lot of people get a lot of value from that kind of content. So yeah, I've
Yeah.
been
And
enjoying it.
yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I'm gonna make those shorts a little bit shorter because sometimes I'm just rambling and I'm like, oh man, I'm 4 minutes in. How do I do that? And then you have to split your video again. And I'm just discovering how everything works with YouTube and when to post. It was like, how does this work? And then it's like, oh, this one is deleted. Did I do that?
Oops, did I push the wrong button?
So
No,
that is
that's
also a fun part of it. So the last couple of weeks, I'm just trying to find out how everything works, and I'm going to try to keep those shorts a little bit shorter, and so it is a fun thing just to walk around and then people can see what this place looks like, and but eventually. So Sven, he left a comment. He's like, "Oh yeah, man, you have to tell us about the culture and everything." Like, and that's really cool, and I understand it, and I appreciate the comments. But at the end of the day, humans are humans, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Obviously, there are different societal norms
mm-hmm.
from country to country, but at the end of the day, you know, young people just want to party. So when you go out on a Saturday night, it's just people drinking and dancing, and it's really funny. By the way, it's really that's why I chose this place because it's like a beach town without a beach. So you know, but it feels like a beach town. And I live on Saxon Road, and Saxon Road is basically backpack central. So all the backpackers they come here. I might move out here at some point. I don't know. This is just the beginning, but because the expats they are living in different neighborhoods in general. So you got all the backpackers here, and it's just a really cool vibe. You start knowing everyone, and I just it's the same thing as back home. In the morning, I just go on my bicycle. I go to to the bakery, I buy my bread, I buy some other stuff. I wave at some people. I stop. Hey, good morning to you. It's really warm today, isn't it? Yeah, it's really warm. And it's like NPC behavior. Go home. The little sims going on. Feel like so it's not very different. It's just the fact, that you look different than the people who live here because people here are brown and I'm white and they go like handsome, handsome. It's like I think I'm handsome. They don't do that back home.
No,
Oh, every
it's
time yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. Every time I walk down the street, and they're like, "Hey, where you go? Where you go?" And it's like I just grow 4 feet taller every time.
Your chest pops
Maybe
out a little bit more.
maybe I'm handsome. I don't know. They keep telling me.
That's good confidence. No, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, I really start to believe in myself. So no, it's a really cool place, and but for Siem Reap, with we got the whole border conflict going on with Thailand. I don't know if you guys have heard about that,
Oh,
but
mm-mm.
yeah, well, it's always been like that. So when I moved, then all these people they were sending me DMs because it was really started to escalate more into a war. And I think about 150 people died, and a couple of 100,000 have been displaced here in Cambodia. So we
Oh
are
wow.
not that close to the border, but we are still pretty close. And so people were just all DMing me. It's like, man, there's a war going on and this and that. I was like, yeah, when I was there in 2011, we had the same thing. They've been
Oh
doing that since the beginning. They've always been fighting over there. There's some temple site at the border, and Thailand says like, "Oh, this is ours," and Cambodia saying like, "No, this is us." And then Thailand is the bigger country, of course, so they stomp on Cambodia, and then it just keeps going and keep going, and nobody's going to back down. And both countries are very nationalistic, so they got a lot of pride in the countries as well, and
mm.
recently I've been using Facebook again, which I don't enjoy, but you need Facebook here for finding an apartment and finding stuff and everything. So I'm
Oh
seeing all those people. They constantly at each other. Like it's basically like Ukraine and Russia, but then in another side of the world. But
yeah.
you guys are practically the same. They're basically the same people, just like the Ukrainians and the Russians. They got their they are the Kiev and Rus, so they have the same origin, I suppose. Because by the way, those guys they all came from Sweden. So you had the Vikings. The Vikings went down. They were on the rampage and they followed the whole river. and then they made Kiev, and those people who were living there, the locals, they call them Rush, because that
Mm.
means Swedish or Viking or whatever. So all the Russians and Ukrainians are actually descendants of those Vikings. So they are the Kievan Rus, and it's the same thing here. They are brother people basically, because you had the Khmer Empire with Angkor Wat, which was really huge, and that was basically the whole part of Cambodia and Laos and the whole part of Thailand. And then at some point, the whole empire fell, and then they sort of split. So then you got the Thai and the Khmer, and now they're at each other's throat. But a couple of hundred years ago, they were one people. So I don't know. It's just hard to see, and I hope everything is going to be solved soon, because the border is still closed between Thailand and Cambodia, and a lot of
Oh,
tourism is coming in from Thailand and Siem Reap. The people here are really struggling now, because we have about like one third of the normal tourists that they normally get.
okay.
So yeah, so there's a lot of businesses here. They are about to close. Some are closing, and hotels are closing, and that really sucks, because those people work hard, man. They
Mm.
work from 8 in the morning till 10 in the evening, and it's so hot here. I mean, it's 40 degrees. You got the sun, and it's the hot season now, and those people work all day and they don't really make any money, and yeah, that kind of sucks. And
Yeah.
also for me, because I'm in a privileged situation. I'm having the time of my life. I'm go like, oh, this is great, and I'm in my swimming pool. And then you got the working people, and you can see it on their faces, like, shit, man, we're not making any money. It's like, yeah, I know the feeling. I used to work in service jobs. I know what it is to have customers constantly going for work, and you hate your job, and you're not making any money. I know how that is. So yeah, that part sucks. So I wish everyone here is making money, so me can enjoy his life better.
Yeah, it's a.
Open
I've
up the water.
I've seen. I hope everything kind of settles down, hopefully, and
Yeah,
business gets back to normal. Yeah, especially for the people who depend on tourism to bring in
yeah,
their money or to help, keep the lights on for them. Um, yeah, I was looking at one of the shorts that you did. Um, I think you were showing us like where you were staying, and it just
yeah.
kind of took me back to like where I was born and raised, with all the,
Right.
even though you have so many trees and there is a breeze, but it is so hot.
Yeah,
Like you wouldn't even believe. And I believe Slider, yeah, he can also attest to the same thing, like with the tropical, it's like a different kind of tropical environment where, yeah, it looks all beautiful and
yeah.
paradise, but it's so dang hot. So
Where
yeah,
do you live,
Yeah.
Slider?
I'm in
Slider, where?
Florida. Florida.
All
So
right.
I've got 100% humidity like all the time, pretty much. So yeah, I know the
I mean,
heat. Yeah.
you're in the same state with Majin. Majin is from Florida as well, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
mm,
He's down a little bit for me. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I always ask him to show him his pet gator, but he hasn't showed it yet.
Snake eater. Yeah.
it's on the VB app. That's the one that's on the VB app.
Yeah.
Oh,
The gator, the Loki gator. That's the
yeah,
likeness
no,
of from him.
yeah, the humidity really gets you, man. I mean, I was talking to this woman. She was from Canada originally, but she lives in Dubai, and I was just talking to her, and so like, yeah, yeah. So I was explaining Cambodia and how everything works here, and and then I said like, well, it can be a bit hot. She goes like, a bit, a bit. It's like, wow. And she's living in Dubai. She thinks Cambodia is just too hot. So that kind of explains the whole thing. But yeah, it is really hot here. I think Cambodia is probably one of the hottest country there is, even though it doesn't really get over 40. When I was in Australia, my brother lives in Australia. And so I was in Sydney in 2019, 2020 with New Year's Eve, and they had all those forest fires over there, and they also had a heat wave. So where we were staying, it was 44 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
It's like
I don't know what that is in
110
freedom units.
freedom as well. 40, because 40 degrees Celsius is
44.
104.
Yeah. So well, it was 44, 44 Celsius.
Oh, okay.
So
It's 111.
y-
Yeah.
yeah,
Jeez.
Yeah.
and it was so hot. It was so hot. I was sitting in the backyard, and I was just seeing things. Sometimes you have that, right? When you you get too hot,
Yeah.
it gets a bit blurry and
Heat
everything. But I
exhaustion.
but I kept
Gosh.
seeing things and like, what is that? And it's like, oh, something is falling or something. So I asked my Australian buddy. I was like, hey man, what is that? It's like, oh, those are bugs. It was just insects. They were just dropping dead from the trees because it was so hot.
Oh,
And then you had
wow.
yeah, and you had ash coming down from all the fires. And then those insects, I was looking at the photos, like all those insects, and they adapted to that environment, right? Because they live there and they were dropping that there. It's like, wow,
Oh,
it's
gosh.
really, really hot. But even that heat doesn't feel like the heat we have over here. Here's way, way, way more pressing, especially around 12 o'clock, between 12 and 3. It just gets so hot and so pressing. The only thing that's why I usually get up at 6 o'clock in the morning because then it's nice outside. Then
Mm-hmm.
outside is actually cooler than inside because the whole day this building's made out of concrete and just bricks and everything. So the whole day is just sucking in the sun rays, and at night it starts radiating that heat. And you can feel it. It's like I have like floor heating and wall heating. The heat is just coming up from the whole building, and I was like, oh, at night, man. Oh, sometimes I have to turn on the aircon, which I don't like to do because electricity costs a lot of money here. But I
Mm.
just have to sleep every now and then, and it gets just so hot. So that's
Yeah.
why I like to get up at 6 in the morning, and I can just ride my bicycle. It is really funny in the morning because people are still partying in the morning.
Mm. Oh, wow.
I just wake up and then I, I make a little round, and then people are still partying. You see, like they're still drinking beers and everything. And the other people, their day is going to start, so they started working everything, and it's such a surreal thing to see when people are still going with the party, and other people is like, yeah, my working day is going to start. It's like a weird place, man. Yeah, then I wake up 6 in the morning, and everything is nice and cool and relaxed. And then about 10 o'clock, so about now, it's about to change. Then it gets too pressing. It's like, oh.
You gotta jump
Yeah.
in the pool that hopefully is not hot as well, because then you'll be jumping into like a hot pool.
Yeah, it's okay-ish. I think the water must be like 30 degrees or something. So, but during the day, it's yeah, it definitely cools you off. But if you go in the evening around like 8 or 9 o'clock, yeah, then the water is just almost hotter. You just
It's
jump
like
jump
bath
in. It's like,
water.
"Ah,
Oh,
yeah, you go like,
gosh.
this is disgusting.
Uh,
What?
that's how it is here in Florida too. It's like everybody tries to get all their stuff done by like 11 o'clock because you
Yeah,
really can't go out between like 11 and like 4. It's like way too hot. Like, I mean, even me trying to take the dog out, he doesn't even want to go out. Like, he goes out literally and turns right back around and runs back up to the door. Like,
He's like, nope.
that's what he does. He's like, nope. He ain't going out there. Like, he won't go. Like, either I gotta take him out in the morning and then in the evening. And like, if he has to go out like in the afternoon, like literally, he just goes, pees, and comes right back to the door.
Yeah. Well, because their
yeah,
paws are more sensitive too, right? On the ground.
Yeah,
So
and
they
plus he's
probably.
black, and plus he's completely black too. So that's even
Oh,
worse.
yeah. Jeez.
but
Yeah, I
still,
mean,
the people
Cambodia
here.
is really close to the equator too. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's what I like about Cambodia because back in the Netherlands, there's northwestern Europe. So when the sun goes down, it take a couple of hours. You're like, oh, get out of here already. But when the sun goes down here, it's just like click, and
Yeah.
then it's dark. It's
Yeah.
really weird. It's really weird because it
Mhm.
feels warm, and for me that means a long summer night. But it just goes like around a quarter past 6, and then the sun goes down, and 20 minutes later it's just like, and then it's dark. And I really, really like that because and every day is pretty much the same. There's a little change over time, but it's pretty much the same. So I can go to bed the same hour and get up the same hour every day. So that's really going to help with my sleeping schedule. Because in the Netherlands, you get about like 4 or 5 hours of actual darkness in the summer, and here it's just like dark, dark. So I really like that. But
Yeah,
the
it's
other
Yeah.
thing, yeah,
pretty similar to here. I was gonna say we got the same thing. It's like when the sun goes down, like 30 minutes later, it's dark.
yeah, I really like that. I really enjoy that. And well, the moon looks a little bit different because the angle is different. So it's like, is that a half moon? But that's not a half moon I'm used to. So it looks a little
Oh,
different.
you're seeing the other side of the moon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's also, I'm gonna make a weird segue, but there's also a resemblance between the people here and Norwegians and Canadians. It's like, what? What do you mean? Explain this one. Well, you know how Norwegians and Canadians they walk around in their shorts when it's like -20 or something. They go like, oh, it's a good day today. They just walk around in the shorts. You're like, damn man, it's really cold. Here, it's 40 degrees and it's really pressing, and people are walking around with their sweaters. They got hoodies on. I was like, "Damn, man." So that's the
Whoa.
same thing they do here because it's so hot, and they just or they wear
Uh,
a leather jacket. They do that all the time, and it was like, wow, you must be hot. But they just walk around with thick sweaters. It's like, wow, man, that's crazy. So that's the same thing with Canadians and Norwegians. How can you wear your shorts? And here's like, how can you wear a sweater? I'm dying here. I'm just dying. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
the
I
difference.
couldn't do it. Like back home, because we were just used to wearing slippers or flip flops,
Yeah,
as people know it, um, shorts or grass skirt for our traditional wear, and like a t-shirt, um, or if it's really hot, the guys of course are topless, um,
yeah,
and people just walk around. So we never really had to use like jackets or sweaters or like
yeah.
long pants. I mean, we did use like blankets at night because that's when it got like really cold. Well, not that cold, but colder,
Cold.
cold. um, yeah. So then when I moved here to Hawaii, there was like, uh, we moved to this town that is in the hotter part of the island. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like this is exactly back home where I, grew up. But when we had to travel to another town, that was the colder area of the island. Yes, it does get cold here in Hawaii. So I'm like, I don't like this place at all. It rains all the time. It's so cold. I have to put on a jacket. I actually have to put on socks and shoes. I'm like, I don't like living in this area or going to this area. And that's where I live now. So, but it's a
But
beautiful place.
what is cold to you? What is cold to you? Because I bet it's about 25 degrees Celsius that over there.
So in Fahrenheit, the coldest to me would be like, well, when it starts getting cold is 60 degrees Fahrenheit and below. So what is that?
Right.
60 Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Yeah. So
So
that is
that's 15. Yeah,
yeah, it's
15
15. Yeah.
Celsius.
15 is basically summer here.
Oh
And then
gosh.
back in the Netherlands, no, 15 degrees in northwestern Europe. That is a good spring day. That's a really good spring day.
What
That is
was
where you
it?
see, yeah, 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 60. That's people where you see people already wearing shorts and everything, and they go to the city center and sit outside, and they just like how do you call those little animals again? They always stand up.
Oh, like
They're just
the
they're
ferrets
scanning the
or
sky.
a
They're
um
meerkat?
sort of
oh,
ferrets.
groundhog. The
Yeah,
groundhog?
meerkats, meerkats.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
meerkats.
Thank you, Slider.
Yeah.
We don't
So
have those here.
everyone's turning into a meerkat. They go like, "Oh, sun, 15 degrees." So they're absolutely obsessed with it.
That's funny.
And they go like, "Oh, vitamin D, vitamin D." So you see them a whole winter getting depressed, and then we got one sun ray, and then everybody's starting to be really happy. But it's to me, it always looked like they were performative. They go like, "Sun," and suddenly they're smiling. It's like, dude, you're making for the last half year, you're making my life miserable because you're always cranky in the morning when you come in, and now you're suddenly happy, and I have to be jolly with you. It's like, nah, man, nah, get out of here. Yeah, they're obsessed with the sun. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would wherever I end up in the world. I mean, besides here, if I ever go anywhere else and move somewhere else, I need to have access to a lot of sun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I just I don't know. I think,
Oh,
yeah, it affects the way like people are, like their moods. Like you don't mean to be grouchy, but if it's like
yeah.
too much freezing, it's like who wants to be happy when it's like bitter cold, or who wants to be
Yeah.
happy when it's like super hot, you're all sweaty, you're clammy, and you're like just sweating profusely. You shower and you get out of the shower and you're sweating again.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
wouldn't make you happy. But
Well, for
yeah.
me, I just moved here, of course, but after a couple of weeks, I don't know. I've I talked to Alex about this with Osman. And I
Hmm.
was like, dude, man, my whole body is just healing, like spiritually and physically. I'm just healing just because of the sun. Because in the Netherlands, it's cold and dark, and it was a whole depressing period for me the last couple of years. And I
Yeah.
just came here, and then after a couple of weeks, everything just fell off. All the problems I had or whatever, even with your health, I'm like, oh, I don't feel. I always feel fatigued and that sort of stuff. And I'm here. I'm like, man, I'm doing great. And I have vitiligo. So for the people who don't know what vitiligo is, that is an autoimmune disorder. So that means that your own defense mechanism in your body is eating your pigment. So I got a
Mm.
whole parts of me. Maybe I don't know if it shows on camera. So oh, yeah. So you can see it here, right? So I'm
Oh, okay.
tanned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm tanned, and then this part, it just doesn't have any pigmentation in it. So I got all those spots, and I also have it in my face. So I got it here. So there's no pigmentation here, and I had this huge white spot here. But now I'm here for a couple of weeks. I'm actually starting to heal because I got a bit of a tan going on now, and I can see all those little spots, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I didn't know it was reversible. I just thought like, oh, I'm gonna look like a burn victim the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Better work on my personality. I know. But then I was like looking at this, like, what's going on here? And then, so every day I go in the middle of the day because they always saying like, oh, you have to use sunblock and don't go out during the heat of the day and then whatever. No, I'm going at 12 o'clock for about half an hour, and I'm just gonna lay in the sun there as a meerkat.
I was gonna say, so you become a meerkat at 12.
But it actually starts healing me, and I was like, wow, man. So I feel better, I look better, I start eating better. Well, except for the last week because I was partying in the whole week, but
You're
but I
enjoying
can actually
yourself.
see like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I needed to get it out of my system because I was so when I moved back from Denmark in 2002, 22, no, 2020, 2002, whoa, no, 2020. So I moved back from Denmark to the Netherlands, and then they started closing all the borders everywhere, and Denmark was the first one. So I just got out in time. I didn't even know what's going on. Nobody knew what was going on with COVID at the time.
Hmm.
But then I moved back home, and I had to look for a job, of course. But then everything was closed. So yeah, how are you going to look for a job when everything is sealed? So so those moments those were like really tough to get through, right? Because
Yeah.
I was doing okay in life, and then I had to move back, and then suddenly, not really my fault. It was like, oh man, that's the universe again. So and then you have to do your groceries, and you just stand there with your bank card, and you go like, "Oh, I hope this one goes through." And you want to work, of course, but there wasn't any work, so I had to wait a couple of months before something slightly opened and whatever. And then I finally
Yeah.
got this job. That's how I ended up in retail, like this really entry level dead end job. And during COVID times, man, if you want to know humanity, you have to do a service job, face to face customer service, and then yeah, they just apply COVID to it, and people they just get so angry about nothing,
Yeah.
and they're just complaining to you, and they were throwing things at me. They wanted to fight me.
Oh,
I was like,
wow. Jeez.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. People just they were so worked up, and
Hmm.
and for them they came to me. So then we had to say like, oh, you have to cover up, right? Because those were the rules. That's how we could stay open. That's how
Mhm.
we make our money.
Yeah.
Money and eat. And then so people got really pissed off about that. And I was like, yeah, well, you have to do it. And then I became the authority to them. And I got like, dude, I'm standing here for minimum wage, man. Give me a break. And they just kept
Yeah.
yelling at me. I was like, go to
I don't
Facebook,
get paid
man.
enough to put up with your crap.
No, no,
Don't do
absolutely
that.
not. Yeah. Oh man, it was awful. It was really awful. I think it scarred me forever.
I think that's yeah. That's another life we don't talk about. The COVID
Just
era. Yeah,
what you
like
doing?
it never happened.
But yeah, so and then those couple of years, it just dragged on. And for me, because I'm living alone, I never really got out of that whole COVID era. For me, it was
Hmm.
just the whole the whole last couple of years was basically just um, I was still being in the COVID era while the rest of the world moved on, basically. So at some point, I was like, "Oh man, I just hate everything here." So time to pack your bags. Let's get out of here. And also all the stuff I had so many stuff, man. Of so much stuff. I mean, you got CDs. Remember those?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
got
What are CDs?
LPs. Yeah, and a whole bunch of books and that sort of stuff. It's like, what am I going to do with this? I got a big TV screen. I haven't watched TV for 15 years or something. I get all my news from Twitter because Twitter it tells the truth,
Twitter is truth, right? Yeah. There's no BS on Twitter. You should believe everything you read on there.
right?
No.
And otherwise, Facebook. But
Just
yeah, I was just,
scammed in the Facebook marketplace. Please don't get scammed.
but I just had so much stuff, and I was like, all the stupid clothes and everything. It's like, what am I going to do with this? I don't need this stuff. I don't need anything. Well, I mean, a t-shirt and some shorts because I
Yeah,
don't want to walk around naked. But
yeah,
that's
they'll probably
basically.
like end up in jail or whatever, their county prison or something.
So I just threw everything out. I just didn't care. There was some stuff of value. I gave that away. It's like get out of here with this shit. And I
Yeah.
got one suitcase, and everything fits in there. And I'm gonna throw a bunch of other stuff out that I don't need. It's like I don't need anything. It's not like I'm a minimalist or something because minimalism is like a religion. People go like, "Oh, I only need 15 items or 12 items."
That's very specific.
Yeah.
12 or
Yeah,
15. Wow.
right. But I just don't need all this all that stuff. And here, yeah, like you said, I'm wearing my slippers, my flippy flops, my shorts, and my t-shirts. That's it. I
Yeah.
got 3 pair of shorts, and then I do laundry over here. It cost me $1. It's really good bag.
Wow.
It's really cool. It's really awesome. This place.
And
And
it's
then I
so
got
hot,
some.
you can just let it like air dry, right? For free. Just let it air dry.
Well, they
I
use a
might not.
dryer. I
Oh,
think the
no.
way they work. What you say, Sly?
No, I was gonna say with the humidity, it might not dry.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
that's
now
true.
we got the dry season now. So April or
Oh,
May, those are the hot seasons. It's pretty dry and it gets dusty. That's why everyone is spraying their little patch in front of their house or their business. Right? The whole day you
Oh,
see everyone going with garden hoses and that sort of stuff. But so yeah, after that is going to be the raining season, and I love the raining season, man. Where you are trying to book a trip, most people are trying to avoid the raining season, the monsoon. But
mm-hmm.
to me, that it's the best thing because you still got good weather. There's not a lot of tourists, and then at the end of the day, around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, when it gets really really hot, when everything is building up with the heat, then you get that tropical rain, and it's like
yeah.
nothing you've ever seen because you're like, "What?" That
Yeah.
Mhm.
goes on for maybe 30 minutes or so. It depends
Yeah.
a bit, of course, but
Yeah.
and that's it. And then everything cools down. I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. Everything is clean. So yeah, no, I really do love the raining season here, and I can't wait to just get started. But yeah, the humidity is going to kill you a little bit during around 3 o'clock or something. Yeah, yeah. That is the tough part. But after that, it rains, and then it's all good. Then it's all good.
Yeah, we used to
Yep.
get those monsoons all the time. Like when I was younger, like the weather patterns changed here somewhat. It like goes back and forth with the El Nino or whatever. But we used to get like around 4 or 5 o'clock. We'd get like monsoon crazy downpours for like an hour total. But then yeah, it would cool everything down, and then it would be nice, like especially because sometimes you get the rain in the middle of the day, and then it just makes everything hotter, and it just makes it worse. So
Mm.
like it just makes the humidity so bad that it's just like you don't even want the rain. So yeah, but like at night, like the evenings, yeah, we used to get that all the time, like clockwork. It would be like
Right.
when I was younger, like 4 or 5 o'clock, boom, you'd get that rain and then cool everything down, and then yeah, it was great. Like I used to go out to the beach and fish and stuff after that and everything. So yeah, but now it's
Yeah.
different. Now we're kind of like in a drought kind of time period, and then you'll get like 2 days of monsoons, and then you'll be back into a drought. It's been weird here.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is weird, and I wonder if it has something to do with. There's a bunch of countries who shoot chemicals up in the air to make it rain. China's doing that a long time. I don't think Florida's getting China rain, but when I was there in 2011, I was sitting at a bar with my buddies, and then the bartender said, "Is going to rain in 15 minutes." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, but sure."
Oh,
And then yeah, and then in 15 minutes, it
he
did
had the
start to rain.
insights.
Yeah, and that's how I learned that the
Mm.
Chinese, they just shoot chemicals up in the air, and the way so they developed that for back then in for the Olympics. So I think it was 2010 they had the Olympics. So they developed this whole weather system, messing with the weather. So when it rains, of course, the streets are getting clean. So they wanted to show the world how clean Beijing is. And they're still doing that. So they every week they just shoot some chemicals up in the air, and then it starts to rain. And then somewhere in the middle of China, there's a huge drought because normally they are getting that rain over there, of course. So there you can see all those lakes are just drying up, and it's like we don't know how that happened. Well, you're playing for God. That's what happened.
Yeah,
So I'm
Just
yeah.
wanna.
wondering, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just wanna quickly say what's up to
Oh, stop.
Sloppy. He
What up, Sloppy?
swam upstream onto the panel. What's up, Sloppy? If you can talk, if not, that's okay. Just
He's Jeff
hang
the
out.
land shark today.
Yeah, his name is Jeff. But yeah, that's the FANABLE community manager, Richard.
Awesome.
So when he gets a chance to speak, yeah, he'll say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, is
Hi,
he changing
Sloppy.
his outfit? Oh, we can't hear you if you're trying to.
Oh, there
Oh,
we
dress
Oh, he was
change.
looking professional.
go. Right.
It's Friday, so he probably just got off work, so he had to take the suit off and
I'll
dress
tell you,
casual.
taking middle management. He's
There
done.
we go. There we
Yeah, there we go. What's up,
There we go.
Sloppy?
I had the wrong input. Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
Sorry I'm
Hi,
late. I
Sloppy.
got carried away.
It's okay. We know you were at doing your games and stuff, so
Yeah,
I
we're
hope
just
you
talking
won
about the
something.
heat.
Yeah. But yeah, exhibition. This is Sloppy exhibition.
Hi, Sloppy. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Exhibition. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and Sloppy, he's hailing all the way from Texas, so it's
Right.
probably hot there too. So
Yes,
Yeah.
it
we all got
is.
something in common today.
Yeah.
We're all hot.
We're all in the heat.
Yeah, we're all suffering the heat. Before we continue the conversation, because I love what we're talking about, I do want to play a quick trailer while we do like an intermission. And Slider, I'm not sure how much more time you have, but yeah, stick around for as long as you can. If you gotta dip out,
Probably
that's
30
all-
minutes.
Okay,
Good.
all right. So I'm good.
I'm just gonna go to the toilet quick while you play your trailer.
Okay, you got 1 minute and 11 seconds. Okay. All right. No pressure. Okay, so I'm gonna just play this real quick for you guys, and then we'll be right back. 1 second.
It's tech support. Tell the fangirls we have a code red.
you feel it? It's the end of all things. It's the end of the universe. Oh yeah. You can't delay what's coming. It's here, it's now. Welcome to the end of the universe.
Yeah. How'd you guys like that trailer?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Oz, man. He turned bad. What?
Yeah, that was like, oh, when Hinano was working on it, I was like, oh, that would be so cool because Oz is like this nice, Australian
Yeah.
fellow, so nice to everyone. You see him, it's like, whoa. No, but that's the fun part about what Hinano's been working on, the fangirls. That you know, if you get the chance to be on an episode, you can pretty much be who you want to be. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
that's cool. Yeah.
yeah. But he's working on episode 4, and I believe I saw them in the chats. Yeah, so a couple of new faces will be showing up in the future episode. So yeah, we just gotta just now wait for that when he's done. But yeah, go check out episode 3 with tech support and Mr. Oz. I thought that was really cool. What's that?
I said it looks cool. Yeah, I it was crazy that Oz was bad. That's why I was shocked. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, when at the end of episode 2, when you saw the portal open and the helicopter was there, at first you think like, oh yeah, Oz is there to get to the chopper and I'll
Right.
save you, and then it's like, nope. So yeah, stay tuned for what's coming next. It's been really fun for Hinano to create all that and just to get the community involved. So yeah, stay tuned for who you might be seeing in the next ones. Oh, here we go. We got that. Welcome back.
Yeah.
He made it. So one thing, Richard, when I was watching your YouTube channel, and for the people that's watching, I will put the link down for Richard XHibition's YouTube. If you could please go and subscribe to him and
Like
show
and
him some
subscribe.
support. Like and subscribe, comment, follow, and all that jazz, as Oz likes to say. So I'll
Yeah.
put that in the chat right now. Yeah, let's get those subs up. And yeah, so I was watching your content, and I know how you love X-Men, and
Yeah.
every time when you get a chance to, and you really break it down for people who know nothing or maybe not a lot about X-Men in general, I was like,
Yeah.
that would be such a cool idea to be on your porch or balcony, whatever you call it, because Hinano was mentioning comics in Cambodia or vitamin
Yeah.
C with exhibition, right? That's your thing before. So
Yeah.
each short or episode would be like a description or like a breakdown explaining how this tied into this thing, X-Men related. And I think that would be really cool to add to your content, when you have
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So I might do that, but I have to find a way to. So when I'm just making those shorts, it's natural. That is just me, and I'm
Mhm.
just rambling about something. And but when so if I make those kind of videos, you have a clear idea, and then like, oh no, now I have to think. and when I'm doing these things live, whether it's on Get to the Comics or the Osman show or on O'Malley's drop show,
Hmm.
so then I'm just rambling and I'm just talking and that's okay. So for this as well, Aloha Friday, yeah, it feels good. And I'm just talking. But when I listen back to it and I have to edit a bit, then I hear all the pauses I'm taking. I go like, there's a little bit of stuttering here, and then I say like, man, you say a lot of times. Listen,
That's
I'm
but
like,
that's okay.
you
'Cause
know,
I say a
um,
lot.
um, um,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm like,
But but if you want to make those videos to like a comic channel, you don't want that because the people who don't know me, who come to my channel, they go like, "Who is this geezer? He's not tall. What is wrong with him?" So I have to find a way. The other day, what I did was I clipped a segment out of Get to the Comic.
hmm.
So and then I put it there. It's like, oh, maybe I can do that. Just go back to Osman episodes or Millie shows, and maybe I can just clip it and make a video out of that. Maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to discovering the whole thing.
Or
If
you
I
Yeah.
go,
could
yeah,
just one quick idea is,
yeah,
you
sure.
love you love the X-Men, right? You could
Yeah.
always kind of do like a character spotlight and just kind of like ramble about the character, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, but there are already so many channels who do that,
Yeah.
and they are really good at it as well. Also, I mean, it is a really cool idea. If I can find a way where it doesn't take a lot of time, because YouTube is a skill as well, and so you have to put in a lot of time. And I don't necessarily want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a comic creator. So I
Mm,
want to put
okay.
at some point all my energy into that one because drawing takes a long time, and even so, I guess it's going to take me about 2 3 years where I'm being able to make pages and I'm going to make my comic and create my idea. And one page is a full color page. That's going to take like 2 3 days, and those are professionals, and I'm not a
Yeah.
professional. Obviously, I'm a noob. So for me, it's going to take like a week to make one page. So it's going to take a long time, and I'm afraid if I'm going to try to be a YouTuber, it's going to take away from my original focus. So yeah, it is a cool thing. But the whole YouTube is just to document that journey, and yeah, it would be cool. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Let's see how it goes. Because X-Men '97 is going to start in about 3 months or something.
Is it really?
So
I haven't been paying
yeah,
attention.
yeah. Finally, I think it's been
Oh,
2 years before season one
it's been too
started. So
long. I forgot.
that will be a cool idea just to try it out. Where, as you said, Slider, where I just ramble about some stuff. I interviewed the Lawalt. So you got Yulia and Eric Lawalt. They are the producers of X-Men '92.
Mm,
We call
Okay.
it '92 now, but
Yeah.
that's the original animated series. So O'Malley, it was a while back. I think
yeah.
it's already more than a year back. But he sent me a DM. He's like, "Hey man, those producers are coming. Do you want to join me?" And that's how I got more involved with O'Malley, which is really cool. And so we interviewed them, and I was like, for me, oh man, it's just so crazy because I was seven
Yeah.
years old when that came out, and now I'm actually talking to the creators of it. That is insane. People
Yeah.
always talk about social media like it's the worst thing that ever happened to humanity. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's amazing. You're in Hawaii. You're in Florida. You're in Texas. We're all talking to each other. I'm in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense, but we're talking in real time, and people follow us on YouTube and watching it. It's amazing. It can be amazing, but you just have to cure your timeline. Just cure it,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
going
it's
to
just
be
the way you
awesome.
use it. It's just the way you use
Yeah,
it. Like any kind of technology, it could be good, could be bad. You just, it's just
yeah,
yeah, connectivity. It's great. For all of us. We can talk about the things we love. And the heat on top of it.
yeah,
So it's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and then I followed Bodemaier. Bodemaier is the producer of X-Men '97 season one. X-Men '97 is basically his brainchild. He's the big mind, the big creator behind it, and he did an awesome job. Fantastic,
Yeah.
actually. But he got fired before
Mm.
before it started, and that's a whole other can of worms. But I talked to him on X, and I was like, "Hey, man, do you want to talk about your side of the story?" And so I connected him with Millie, but so far though he hasn't come on yet. But the connection is there, so maybe when season 2 is going to start. The other thing is, Bodemayo, he's the one who fought for the Lewalds to come in X-Men 97. He said, like, hey, these are the original creators, these are the original
Mm.
producers. We have to get them in our project. And the people at Marvel were like, no, no, no. It's like, hey, man, give some credit to the people who made one of the best animated show ever and one of the most successful ones. So Bodemayo
Mhm.
fought for them to get into X-Men 97, and now Bodemayo is fired, and now the Lords are leading it. So it's kind
Yeah,
of
I
a
think he wanted the original voice actors too, wasn't he? He was the one
yeah.
that was behind that too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the ones that are still alive,
Mhm.
they are doing all the voices. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. And then I go on Twitter and I just talk to Rogue. She goes like, "Oh, thanks, sweetie, you're amazing." And 7-year-old go me like, "Wow, Rogue is talking to me." And then you got AJ Locascio. He's playing Gambit. He's amazing. So the original Gambit is doing Cable now because he got a bit older. And AJ Locascio, he's a voice actor. He's done a lot of projects, but he's such a fan of Gambit that when he was in college, he took up French just
Really?
he spoke a sort of French. So I really love it when voice actors are so are big fans of it as well. And man,
Mm-hmm.
that the whole scene in season 5 with Gambit, of course, destroying that wild sentinel at Genosha. Man, that is one of the best episodes ever in all media. It's just absolutely crazy. So I'm wondering what's going to happen with season 2 because Bodemayo, he already wrote season 2 and a part of season 3. But then he got fired, and I think the suits at Marvel kind of want to erase everything he's done because so he cannot take any credit for it. So what we were supposed to get was a fight between Apocalypse and Onslaught because we had that big fight
Mm.
between Professor X and Magneto at the end of
Yeah.
season 1. And
Mm-hmm.
that is how Onslaught gets born, by the way. But I guess you can say it that way. And then they were supposed to get a big fight between Apocalypse and Onslaught, and that would have been amazing. So I'm not sure how they are going to handle the new season. I know Lorna Dane is in there, the daughter of Magneto, and she's being played by what's her name again? Neve Campbell, the the
Yeah.
Okay.
girl from Scream. Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
going to play Lorna Dane. So that is an interesting character, and that is a character that maybe most people don't really know a lot about it. And she's basically Magneto Light with green hair.
Oh, okay.
So that would be cool to talk a bit about that and how X-Men 97 is going to handle her. And of course, we're going. Well, last season they teased us big three characters of three really big characters. We had Emma Frost. Well, Emma Frost was a little bit in season 1. Magic, of course, and Kitty Pryde. And those are all a bunch of my favorites, man, especially Kitty Pryde. So
I was
I
gonna say,
really
yeah.
hope, yeah, yeah. The whole problem why Kitty Pryde wasn't not in the original series is because in 1989 they had an animated show. They had a pilot, and it's called Pride of the X-Men. People don't know how popular Kitty Pryde was. Kitty Pryde was so huge. They named the first X-Men animated show after her. That's why it's called Pride of the X-Men. It's after her. But
Mm.
that one flopped, or it never got picked up because Wolverine has an Australian accent, which is really meta when you think about Hugh Jackman all those years later.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I asked Julia and Eric about that whole stuff. They didn't make it, of course, but we talked about it and we laughing about Wolverine and it's a strange accent. And the reason for that was because back then, what's his name again? You had the one with that's not a knife. This is a knife. the crocodile man
Oh,
from
Crocodile
Australia.
Dundee.
Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
So he was really popular in the 80s. So then they got like,
Hmm.
yeah, Wolverine's going to have an Australian accent because and that's the reason behind it. And he got this old theme song with the X-Men, which I usually listen to every now and then because it's a fun theme song. But that whole show didn't get picked up, so basically it was a flop. And then in 1992, they created another series with the animated series. And instead of having Kitty Pryde as the POV point, just like in the comics, they go like, "Nah," because the first one kind of flopped. So they used Jubilee. So basically, Jubilee took the spot of of Kitty Pryde. That's why she's the teenager, and she goes like, "What's going on? You people got powers?" And it was actually Kitty Pryde's role. So we don't have that now. So I'm wondering how they are going to fit her in season 2, if she's still coming, because I don't know. I don't know. I'm really excited for it, but if they don't have Kitty Pryde in it and no Emma Frost and no magic, I am going to be very angry. I'm gonna
It's
tell
like
them
I'm
that.
gonna boycott.
I'm
None
gonna
of my
start
girls were there. No, that should
no,
be good.
but
Yeah,
X-Men
more
97 is
ones.
yeah, but X-Men 97 is it's just such a crazy show. Because when they announced it, I was like, "Why? Why? Why are you going to revive a series that is, more than almost 30 years old or over
Yeah.
30 years old? Why are you going to do?" Well, I mean, the answer i- i- is pretty easy, right? Because everyone who was like between 5 and 10 years old, they are around their 40s now, and they have money. And Marvel and Disney goes like, "We want your money. Remember this show?
Yeah,
Nostalgia."
remember? Yeah.
But I was so scared of it because the original animated show is so good. It was really, really different. And I got really fond memories of it. And it's the whole reason
Yeah.
why I became an X-Men fan. And ultimately, that show led me to Vivi, if you think about it. But and I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna revive it?" I was like, "Nah, this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well." And I was just scared of it. I was actually nervous because you want to see them do good, but I didn't really trust the whole process. And then also, how are
Yeah.
you going to? We're back in the 90s again.
Hmm.
But then it came out, and then you had those first scenes. You had Storm, of course, with Bishop. And you see Storm, and he's like, "Ah, right, Storm." It's like that was
That's my
Storm.
storm. Yep.
Yeah. And then you got Cyclops coming in, and they were treating like really different because he got this concussive blast, right? Which the rest of the world in the mainstream thinks they are lasers, and they're not lasers. And in the first scene, he goes like pew 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 pew, and he's just moving around. I was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. So right from the start, they are establishing like, nah, all those Fox movies and that sort of stuff, that is all wrong. This is the real X-Men. I was like, yeah, cool. And then at the end of the first episode, when you have all those sentinels, so you got Isabella Trask or one of the Trask, and he's standing there with all his sentinels, and then X-Men they kick butt, and then they got more sentinels. And you go like, what's going to happen? And then you got this team music, and you go like, what? Storm got her own team. She got her own team, and they go, bring in the forecast. It's awesome. And then she turns sand into glass and everything. Wow, it was like. And then the second episode, and everything just keeps getting better and better. And every time I was
Yeah.
like, man, how are they going to top this one? And then you got episode 5, and I was just, I think I've watched that episode about 20 times now. And man, they did it so good. They did it so good because the whole Genosha storyline, that is really awesome. And I had no idea they were going to cramp everything in one episode
Mm.
because in the comics, it's actually Cassandra Nova who does it. So Cassandra Nova, that is the twin of Professor X, and she is taking one of the Trask family, and she uses him. So that her powers works a little bit different than in the movie. So we had her in Deadpool and Wolverine when she
Hmm.
just faces ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that's how she kills people in the comics. She just goes like. So she uses one of the Trask families, one of the descendants. She uses him to activate Wild Sentinels, And so once they are activated, she just goes like flop with her hands in his face, and then dead. It's not some telepathy or whatever. She kills him that way. And then those wild sentinels go to Genosha, and they just kill them all. It's like more than 60 million mutants. So I had no idea that episode 5 was just going like bang, 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 bang. We just get introduced. Everybody is happy. You got the X-Men, and in their world, they did it really well as well. So in their world, the X-Men are superstars, and then you see people on the ground. You got Blob Herbert and Pixie and all the others, and they go like, "Wow, it's the X-Men!" Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there's the X-Men, and then everyone's just getting blasted away. I was like, "Wow, man, it's so good!" And the reason why it's so good because it's good for mainstream people, people who don't know much about X-Men. They just want to watch a good show,
Mhm.
and they have it. They just have a really good show. But then you got the nerds, right? And you gotta have the nerds on your side because those are the guys like me who go like,
Yeah.
so you need that when you're making a new show, and so they absolutely did that, and they had all these little well, are they Easter eggs maybe or little snippets, and so when you have episode 5 when a sentinel goes like omega level threat detected, and so it just hangs on Gambit for just a second, and then it goes to Magneto, and that is so smart because when Gambit was introduced, he was actually well, he was suspected to be Omega level. Well, he was an Omega level. His whole problem was that he was getting too powerful, so he was charging the air around him. So
No.
he was basically just a walking bomb, and he got
Mm.
scared of it. And then he went to Mr. Sinister, and he lobotomized him to reduce his powers. That's why he's not on Omega level mutant anymore, because he just got stabbed in the head, and now his powers are not as strong.
I did
But
not
because
know any of that. See,
yeah,
that's
and
why
so
it's good to
yeah,
hear from you. Yeah.
so because Mr. Sinister helped Gambit with his powers, he's now in debt with Mr. Sinister.
Mm.
That's why Gambit every now and then he has to work for Mr. Sinister because he got his paws on him.
Ah.
So he also in the comics he betrays the Morlocks. So he basically
Yeah.
just delivers. Yeah, he delivers them
Mm.
to Mr. Sinister so he can do experiments on them. That's why he got that scene when the Morlocks are all closed in, and they're like, "Oh my God, what are we going to do?" And they are hoping for Magneto to come, or they say the X-Men, and it's like that the X-Men are no friends of the Morlocks. But then Gambit comes in, and he's saving the Morlocks, and that is such a clever little callback to the comics because in the comics he betrays them. He basically delivers them to get
Mm.
killed by Mister Sinister. It's like so you got all these little snippets in it. I was like, that is really really good writing. I'm just so impressed with the whole show. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Gonna watch it again today.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was
We
awesome.
might have to
Yeah.
watch it again before the show starts up again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Oh man, I'm just wondering all the things that are going to happen, and so and with Cable, of course, so the animated series, he was already there, but Cable was just Cable, just a man from the future. It was not established that he was the son of Cyclops and Jean or
Hmm.
Maddie, and then you go like, all right, what is his name? Because his middle name is Nathan.
Yeah.
I think in the show they gave him a different name. Didn't they name him after Professor X? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But he's Nathan Summers, and Nathan, that is of course he's named after Mr. Sinister because Mr. Sinister is Nathaniel Essex. Sable actually got his name from Mr. Sinister, and I don't know why you want to do that because he's the most evil man who's always trying to capture Jean and Cyclops because they got perfect genes. And then you're like, oh, I'm gonna name my son after the most
After
evil
that
man I can
guy.
imagine, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So that's really cool. You got all those stakes. Man, oh, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And now they are in the future, of course. So Cable, he has a nickname. His nickname is Akani-san. and Afghanistan is from the future. So we've seen that at the very end of the episode. So all the X-Men are displaced, right? You got which one was it? You got Magneto and Beast and I think was it Professor X? I don't know. They were in Egypt in the past. So and then you see this pyramid and everything, and that is
Mhm.
Ramatut. That is Kang the Conqueror actually. And so yeah, so it's all connected, and they also
Yeah.
connected with the MCU now. So that is Kang the Conqueror. And Kang the Conqueror is also really a descendant of Reed Richards and his family, but that's a whole other story. And that's Fantastic Four.
Oh
So
my
we're
gosh,
talking
they're
X
all
Men.
connected.
It's all connected with each other. And then you see and Sabanur, of course, and he's in the tribes. He goes with the Sand people, and they're basically in oppressed people. So it's going to be really weird to see that what I think is going to happen is that the X-Men is going to help En Sabanur, but helping En Sabanur also puts him in a place of power. So they are basically going to strengthen the biggest enemy, Apocalypse. It's really interesting. And then you got the other team with Cyclops and Jean. They are in the future. They're a couple of thousand years in the future, and that is a really desolate, dystopian future. And maybe that has something to do with Apocalypse in the show, because maybe when he gets into power, he's going to destroy everything. So then he had this woman coming forward, and she said like, "I'm Mother Ascani." And Mother Ascani is Rachel Gray or Rachel Summers, whatever you want to call it. And she's another kid of Jean and Cyclops. And then Cable
Jeez.
comes, yeah, and then yeah, so she's Mother Ascani, and then because it's the Ascani clan, and then Nathan comes out, and they go like Nathan, and in the comics. Cyclops and Jean, they travel to the future as well, and they spend a couple of years with Cable to actually raise him. So they
Mhm.
actually have been parents to him, and they got these nicks. So I don't think Nathan knew they were Cyclops and Jean because they were called Red and Slim because one is red and the other is slim.
How original.
Oh. You really have to read between the lines.
It's
But
funny.
so yeah, they actually raise him, and they are going to do this storyline. So yeah, that's why you got Cable over there, and it's really weird because in the comics, Cable calls Jean mom, and Cyclops, of course, he calls him dad, and then you got Rachel Gray, and she's going to raise Cable as well. So basically, he's going to be raised by his own sister. Oh, is it sister? No, it's not a sister. Is it? Yeah, no, it is. I have
You
to
see,
think
it's
that was.
just back, the present, the future, the past is all,
Ah,
yeah,
yeah,
mingled.
the X-Men is crazy, man. You got what's his
You
name
still
again?
got
You got
Hope. Hope
yeah,
Summers
you got
too.
yeah. So Hope Summers, she's actually well, can we call it by blood? Yeah, she's actually now connected with the whole Summers family as well because she was the first mutant born after M Day. So Scarlet Witch, she went like no more mutants, and then the leftovers after the Genoan genocide, they got all the power stripped away, and a lot of them died. So you got Blob, Blob, right? The fat one.
Yeah.
So he just woke, yeah, he woke up, and his powers were gone. So he was just walking there with all this skin. He goes, like, he's really horrifying. Magma, she was playing in a volcano, and then her powers were just stripped away, and then she fell into it, got burned alive. So he got a lot of those deaths from those mutants. But yeah, Hope Summers is going to be interesting, but we never we're not going to see her in season two. I think we're going to see her in season 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah.
But
Later.
Oh, interesting.
dude,
Yeah, I've got into it.
I love Hope Summers, man. Hope Summers is one of my favorites, and she recently dropped on Vivi, right,
Mm-hmm.
with her first appearance in the Messiah complex. And I'm so stupid because I had before and the Hope Summers one. I was really targeting that one, and I was just waiting till the end of the 30 days, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna hit that. I'm just gonna smash that buy button, and then hopefully get some cool mint numbers. And my strategy, if you can call it strategy, It's just I'm gonna smash it as many times until I hit a secret rare, so I can gamble on those mint numbers. And with Astonishing X-Men number 4, it took me 32 times to
Oh
secret rare.
gosh.
And I didn't get any cool mint numbers either. But oh, you have to go, Slider.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta run,
Thank
guys.
Yeah,
you.
But
yeah,
yeah,
no
great,
problem, man.
great talk.
Yeah, thanks for hanging
Thank
out,
you,
man.
Slider.
I'm sure I'll
Yeah,
see you in the spaces somewhere. So we'll see
yeah.
each other again. Thanks for hanging,
Yeah.
man.
All right,
See
Yes,
you
late
later,
for
yeah.
him.
Slider.
All
Thank you
right,
for
see you,
coming
Swab.
on, Slider. Good to
All right,
see
see
you
you, D.
again. Have a good night.
All right, see you guys.
See
Bye
you.
bye. So I smashed that button for the Astonishing X-Men number 4, and I finally hit the secret rare. It's like, yeah. Astonishing X-Men number 4. There's the first appearance of Armor, so it never hurts to get a first appearance of a character in your collection. And then the other one, because we had so many X comics, and I was like, oh, I have to pick and choose. And then I was like, yeah, Hope Summers, man. I'm going full mental on Hope Summers. But then, oh man, so then the last day came. I just waited for the last day because I don't know, I'm stupid. And then went out. I'm just going for a quick drink. And then I woke up 2 days later or something.
Quick drink.
It was already burnt. I was like, no. So I tried to buy a couple of them on the market, but the secret rare is just way, way too expensive. And I really, really wanted that Hope Summers, man. So I really screwed myself over. I really screwed myself over. I'm mad at myself. But that Hope
That's
Summers
okay.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
But
man.
I don't think those comics are really all that popular. Which one was the last one we've got? Oh yeah, we got first appearance of Maggot, and I
Maggot?
think only yeah Maggot. So this is a weird character. He's got this really disgusting powers where he has two maggots inside of his body, and
Ugh.
he controls them. So yeah, it's not one of my favorite characters, but still a first appearance. And the cool thing
Like, what
about
a
it is that
power to have, though, right? It's like you can
yeah,
control maggots.
yeah. Well, that's
That's
what I like
gross.
about the X-Men, especially it started really with the new X-Men with Grant Morrison. It's where so the X-Men they go like, oh, there's nothing wrong with us, right? You also have it in the Fox movies where Storm goes like explaining to Rogue, there's nothing wrong with you, but Rogue is killing everything she touches,
Hmm.
and and Storm, you're like a goddess who looks like a supermodel. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, no, everyone is so nice to me. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Storm, I
nothing
must
wrong
be of
with
a personality.
Yeah.
Then you're explaining to a girl with a death touch. It's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. It's like so stupid. So what you have with the new X-Men, yeah, you got this character called Ugly John. He doesn't play a big role, but so Ugly John got three faces, and he looks really ugly. And he goes like, "Oh boy, you guys are the X-Men," and they go, "We sure are, Bob. We sure are. You guys are so handsome. You look like models." It's like, yeah, pretty much all the X-Men they look like models, but most of the mutants they got these horrible powers. Like you got two living maggots inside of you. You got Glob Herman. Glob Herman, he's basically a walking skeleton, and he's got this wax around him. So he's just a huge pink blob held together by a skeleton. Those people don't have a normal life. Well, you got Beast, of course. That's why Astonishing X-Men number 4 is so awesome as well, because it's not only the return of Colossus and the first appearance of Armor, it's Beast really struggling with the Cure. So that is where the Cure
Mhm.
storyline comes from. The one you see in the movies, that is from that comic,
Yeah.
it's from Joss Whedon. So Beast is testing this whole Cure thing, and now he has a chance to look normal, without the whole blue fur kind of thing. And then
Hmm.
Wolverine goes like, "No, you cannot take the Cure, because if you take the Cure, you're an X-Man. That gives the wrong signal to the rest of the mutants." So then they start fighting with each other, but they both have a good point. At the end, Beast decides that he's going to stay furry Beast because he is an X-Men, and they do have that um, uh, uh, exemplary
Mm.
figure
Like
role
kind of
in it.
expectation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's going to stay furry. But so you got all these interesting things going on, and I was like, yeah, well, you Wolverine, you got a healing power. Oh, I'm
Right.
gonna live through. I'm going to live to 4 dystopian worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Every era, I'm gonna find a new supermodel to hook up with me. Beast is just staring at himself, and also Beast is devolving. So that is his whole problem. That he's getting more beast-like or more cat-like, and
He's
so
losing more of like his humanity.
yeah, well, yeah, his immunity, but also his superpower is actually super intelligence. He's of course he's got this acrobat-like powers. But
Mm.
most people forget that one of his mutant powers is intelligence. He's one of the smartest people out there. That's why even people like Reed Richards or something are going to Beast like, "Hey man, can you help me with this one?" And he's afraid that. So he's got a lot of trouble with his mutant powers, of course. But the one thing he holds on to is his intellect. And that
Mm.
is the other really interesting thing about Beast, because I'm writing an article about it, but I couldn't fit it in Vivi at the moment, so maybe I will just release it at another point. So you have the O5, of course. You got Cyclops, you got Beast, you got Jean, you got Iceman, and you got Angel, and they were all 16 years old when they started, except for Iceman. Iceman was 14, so he's like really the youngest.
Mm.
And Beast and Cyclops, they have always been friends. But over the years, they really start to. Well, I wouldn't call them enemies, but they're really at the opposite of each other. And
Yeah.
Beast, yeah, Beast is not popular in the comics at the moment. Well,
Mm-hmm.
at the moment, the last about 20 years, because everything Beast does, he does it with his scientific mind. And Cyclops, he represents faith. So when the whole Hope Summers thing started and he got the Messiah complex, when you read the Messiah complex, you first, well, I did actually, but you start reading it and you're like, oh, the Messiah complex. This is about Cyclops thinking he is the mutant leader, he has all the answers. Um, so they are both trying to find a solution for the Genosian genocide and for M Day, where everyone is losing their powers. And then Hope Summers gets born, and then Cyclops goes like, "Oh, this is the Messiah. She's going to reignite the whole mutant kind for us." And DC goes like, "There's absolutely no evidence for that. She might destroy the world." So, and then Beast is always trying to find cures and to reverse things, and
Yeah.
Cyclops just goes on faith. So you really got science against faith. We
Mm-hmm.
know now because we are always saying Cyclops is right. The Cyclops, he was right, but it was not based on anything. So the fan theory is that Beast is kind of losing his mind because he did everything right and scientific. And Cyclops goes, "No, man, it's going to be all right. We just have to do this." And he was right, and he was wrong. So that
Mm-hmm.
messes
Okay.
with his personality and
Yeah.
his whole foundation of his belief. So they are really good together. And then he just starts dwindling down and he starts doing weird things and he wants to convince Cyclops that he's wrong. So he time displays the original O5, the young ones. He brings him to the future. And then the Watcher comes, Watu. You got this really cool panel. It's where the Watcher is just hanging in the air and he goes, McCoy, Beast, I have seen everything in this world, and you disgust me. Beast is
Oh
like,
wow. Oh
yeah,
snap.
yeah, but Beast he's always tinkering with everything, with genes and that sort of stuff. And so you got Dark Beast. He's like the evil version of him. Anyway, it got so wild that at some point during the Krakoa era, Beast wanted to destroy Arakko. Arakko is Mars, where one part of the mutants live. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna blast these guys out of space." So he makes a huge weapon, and he wants to blast them. And the rest of the people go like, Beast, you've lost your mind. He's like, no, we have to do this. And Wonder Man is his Simon. He's one of his friends, one of his good friends, or best friends even. So at some
Oh.
point he wants to blast the whole planet, and then Wonder Man is like, no, I'm going to stop this. And if Wonder Man was going to stop that gun, it would kill himself. So and then Beast in his last moment of redemption, he goes like, "No, not you, my friend." And so he pulls him around, and then Beast gets blasted to smithereens. So the original Beast is
Yikes.
actually, yeah, he's actually dead, and so there's a new clone now. So the Beast we are seeing in the X-Men stories, he's actually a clone. But of course,
Oh,
it is the
he's an
X-Men.
imposter.
He's an imposter, yeah, but obviously it is a superhero story. So Beast is about to return. He's already the original one. He's not blue anymore. He is completely white. So we're getting White Beast, and he's called the Chairman, and he's going to do evil things.
The chairman. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
Uh-oh.
Beast is interesting, but I don't like to see him as this villain because most of us we know him from that TV show
Yeah.
X-Men '92, where he's just quoting Winston Churchill and Newton and that sort of stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, dude, we're fighting here. Can you stop the quoting?" He's just
Yeah.
giving a speech. Starts with Newton said.
Just getting on data analytics. Probability of us, yeah, today
Mm.
is it's like, oh, come on now.
But
Give
yeah,
us something useful.
he's super evil now, and so the fan theory is it's because it all started with that science against faith, as Cyclops was right, and then he couldn't handle that. So I think there's a nice theory. I think there's a nice theory to it. Yeah.
Well, from your knowledge and the things that you talk about, it's safe for me to assume and say that you might be onto something. We will see
Yes.
when it comes out. um, just
It
want
comes
to
out in September. Yeah.
September. Okay, in a few more
Yeah.
months. So
Yeah.
it'll come by sooner than we think. That's like in 5 months, right? Yeah, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. You did it quick.
yeah.
You're smart.
Well, I know that for a reason because our kid's birthday is in September, so I'm like counting the months. Um, but Sloppy, you've been kind of quiet there. Did you have anything that you wanted to?
Sorry,
No,
I've
it's
just
okay.
been it's a passion coming from exhibitions, been
Yeah.
just enthralling to listen to.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Anything
You like
X-Men related? Yeah. Ask him.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge X-Men fan. I do have an X-Men
oh,
tattoo of Gambit. Gambit's ace going down my arm, like him throwing it down my
awesome.
arm. Uh,
Awesome.
that's that. I love Gambit. That's like the only thing I really know. I just think he's badass.
Yeah, Gambit is badass. He's pretty much been popular since the day that he had his first appearance. He's definitely an interesting character. He's actually so I was talking about Gambit that he's got his powers nerfed by Mr. Sinister.
Hmm.
There's of course a version of him from another world, and that's where he's called New Sun, and so he's so strong. He's blue, but he's like crackling blue, and he basically looks like a god, and he can just his kinetic energy is just insane. He basically controls the whole world. So Gambit becomes New Sun. That's really interesting. You can look that up later. So if you're a Gambit fan, you can like, if
I will.
Gambit has access to his full power, he's absolutely crazy. He's awesome. I think he can basically supercharge the moon or something just from Earth because that's how crazy he is.
No, that's awesome, and I just love hearing what you share because I learn new things each time I talk to you, Richard,
Yeah.
about X-Men related stuff. We are at an hour and 45.
Yeah.
I do have a giveaway from Fanable that we're gonna run soon. Um,
Awesome.
but I don't want to like rush you or anything.
That's
So
okay.
if there's anything else that you want to talk about, Richard, or let us know what you're going to be well, besides what you're going to be working on, what we can look forward to seeing you do, or all that
Right.
good stuff.
Yeah, well, I got the YouTube channel, of course. At the beginning, is just going to be a bit of bunch of shorts. It's just me going around on my bicycle and that sort of stuff. And if you're into that, there's going to be more. I usually release one per day during the midweek, during the working week. But for my actual focus of the channel was, of course, me drawing, and it's just gonna take a whole bunch of hours before I can actually draw something. So at the beginning, there's not going to be a whole lot of videos. Oh, look at that handsome man! Ah,
I love
so that's
your
cool.
when you go back on your videos and you put like the actual thing. I was
You
like, because
know,
you're like, oh, what's a bank doing here? And you're like, that's a bar, you moron. I was like,
you're such an idiot.
this is
I
funny.
I don't know why I say that kind of thing. So for the people who haven't seen it, I'm just showing off the new building and the swimming pool and everything. And there's this building in the middle of it, and I go, "Oh yeah, that's a bank." It's like, "No, that's not a bank, you idiot. That's not a bank. It's so
No, it's so
stupid."
good.
But yeah, so later on, at the beginning, I won't have a lot of normal videos, so I will upload a whole bunch of shorts. But so yeah, so it's following me on my drawing journey, learning to draw, and yeah, the first couple of months is just gonna suck ass because you cannot draw. You have to learn the basics. So what I'm doing now, let's see, let's see. Look at my professional system. This is my
I love
professional
it.
system. So I am drawing just these kind of things, just rounds. Oh, can I show it? Why is my cat?
Oh, the green screen.
Yeah, and then I go like, oh wow, I'm really proud of this one. Oh, come on, camera. So this is a sphere. It's like, wow,
Okay.
look at me. I'm using shadow, and this is how I make an airplane. I feel like I'm 8 years old again, coming home from elementary school. Look, mom, I made an airplane.
Let me
So
see if I
you cannot feel a YouTube show on that. Oh yeah, so maybe the people can see it.
think if you put it up
Yep.
like closer to your face, it
Oh
might
right. Oh
show.
yeah. Oh, you're
Yeah.
smart. So
Or most.
this is a house. You play.
No, you
Oh,
gotta
but
start somewhere, so that's good.
the smear looked really good. Look, there's even a
Yeah,
shadow.
the shadow.
See, the light
See?
is coming from here. So it's fun at the beginning, but you don't want to see 100 hours of me doodling that sort of stuff. So the first couple of months is just me doing all the basics, and at some point when I can actually sort of make something, then I will make more videos. So I will do updates. So the first video is 0 hours, and I probably make a video when I'm about 100 hours in or so, and then
Okay.
500 hours. And I think somewhere from 1,000 hours is going to be more interesting. And then maybe I do some live drawing or whatever. So if people
Yeah.
want to follow that and talk a bit on the live chat, it's going to be
Oh,
interesting. But yeah,
yes.
yeah. But yeah, the first couple of months is going to be the hardest. So what I'm doing now, basically, I try to draw every day for about an hour or so. So not a whole lot. It's just an
Yeah.
hour, and I'm just doing the exercises and just the basic things, just so that I can form a habit. Because if you jump in and you go like, oh, I'm gonna draw 8 hours a day, starting from nowhere, from zero, that's gonna burn you out. It's
Yeah.
you have to make all those movements, you have to form new neural paths and that sort of thing. So it takes about, I think, 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks to learn a new habit. So that's
Hmm.
where I am now. I'm just gonna learn it as a habit, and then I'm gonna ramp up those hours, and then at some point it's going to be more fun, and then obviously it's going to be my full-time thing. I'm going to do that. It's going to be 8 hours, 10 hours per day, and I'm just going to draw.
Yeah.
And at some point, if you can make like a Batman or a Spider-Man that actually looks like a Spider-Man, then it becomes fun. But I'm very very far away from that moment. But yeah, that is what I am going to document on my YouTube. So I think from next year or so, then there's actually some contents like, oh, you can actually draw. And I hope, for people who wants to follow it, it's I always think it's interesting to see from
Yeah.
going absolutely new to trying to create something. But it also uh, puts a little pressure on me now because now it's out there and it doesn't have a lot of views, but the people I know in Vivi they're fucking doing this. So now you have to do it. I cannot hide anywhere. So it has pros and cons to it. So, but I'm super, super, super excited about this whole new journey. And this is the whole dream, of course, that you can make your own comics. And even if in a couple of years, I have published my comic and I cannot make it a job because it's really hard to earn some chimichangas through comics. Then at least I've learned a skill, and then I can
Mhm.
just pick up a normal job again. I don't know. I go back to be a plumber or something, and then save some money again, and then I can try again in 10 or 15 years. But at least I'm going to learn that skill. Hopefully, though, people go like, "Oh my God, where have you been all my life? Wow, talent." Right. You know? Oh, everybody's gonna get like top McFarlane on the phone. Hey, dude, I really like I like your work, kid. Do you want to work with me? It's like, yes, Mr. Farley.
Yes, please. Yeah. Say you never know. You never know. There's a
You can dream,
possibility.
right?
Yeah.
You can dream. But
Well,
yeah, so I think it's interesting because I'm not in well, I'm into comics as a fan, but I'm not in comics. So I think
yeah.
it's going to be really interesting to document the whole process. And if I can, get a crack in, I don't know. We'll see. It's exciting. Makes me a little bit scared, but most of all, I'm just very happy that I'm actually doing something that I believe in.
Yeah.
Following that dream. So.
No, that's awesome. And Hinano has said it in the chat to direct you to Circwork. So Scott Cirkland is before the stream started, I was telling you about him. We were reading part of his book on Get to the Comics with Oz.
Right.
And yeah, so Scott has great templates that you can use and create comics.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he'll be another person to connect you with just to like, talk shop and, when
Yeah.
you're ready
Yeah.
to help you in that
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. It's all about connections.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually helping a guy here in Cambodia to write his book because I met him a couple of weeks ago, and and he was talking about his book, and I had that a couple of times in my life, and when people they start talking about writing and that sort of stuff, and with the book, he said like, oh, I'm gonna send you the epilogue, and I was like, okay, and I have to read it. And so he sent me a couple of pages, and I was like, "Oh man, this sucks! Like, really sucks."
Yeah.
So then he sent me a WhatsApp. He's like, "What do you think of it?" I was like, "Ah, I cannot
Usually, if you
really lie."
don't respond right away, then the person's like, okay, without
Yeah,
saying it sucks. Yeah, okay, it sucks.
yes. Well, I don't want to lie, right? But I
yeah.
also don't want to discourage. And it's
Hmm.
so he's writing about his own life, and it is about he made 4 attempts on his own life. So he tried to kill
Oh.
himself 4 times. So obviously, it's a heavy
Mhm.
subject. And I
Yeah.
don't want to go like you suck, buddy, because I don't want to have a fifth one on my name.
I know. Yeah, that's where it gets kind of tricky, and you got to kind of find like a good balance of
Yeah,
what to give them with
yeah,
giving your
yeah,
feedback honestly, but also being like sensitive to
yeah.
that particular subject. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him to be on top of a building. It's like, oh, that does it.
Yeah.
That's
So
on the spot.
yeah.
But no, so yeah, he picked up that I didn't like it, and so then he was like asking why, and I was like, I don't want to be your line editor or your development editor. But then again, so I gave him a couple of tips. It's like, first of all, we don't really know what's going on and blah blah blah. What are you trying to say here? What are you trying to set up? What is the story going to be, and that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
And I was like, so then we talked a bit. It's like, well, this is what you need. And fair to him, I have to say I got him a bit wrong because I saw him last week again, and so he rewrote it, and it's actually pretty good. It's
Oh,
pretty
good.
good. Yeah, he implemented the whole things, and so I said, so it's going to be about your suicide attempts, right? So then you basically have to start there because he wants to talk about the aftermath and how
Mm.
he's going to crawl out of that darkness. It's like, well, then you have to show it at the beginning. And he did. And it's really good. He's got some really, really good scenes with his ex-wife and everything. I was like, man, this is strong.
Wow.
This is strong. Like, I gave him a couple of tips, and honest to God, he's starting to write better than me, man. No, this was really good, and I was like, man, I'm honestly impressed. And he has a really, really interesting backstory, and there's a lot to him. I'm not going to dox him, but he works for the government somewhere here in Asia, and he's basically on the run. And he has crazy, crazy stories. I don't know if people know about politics in Asia, but so he doesn't really directly works for the government, but he's like I've seen his business card and everything. So he's in strategies, strategies.
Mm, yeah.
Shit. The other thing he did, I'm not talking about on my ass here. He's in a Guinness Book of Records. He he got the biggest NFT gathering in the world. He had like 450,000 people coming for this NFT convention. He did that. So the
Oh.
other thing, yeah, that was crazy. I showed Asa a video because he got little kids. They're awesome, and so we were eating pizza and watching videos, and of music videos, and because we're both 40, we were watching Guns N' Roses and that sort of stuff. And then he
Mm.
starts to talk about Axl Rose like he knows him, and then I discovered he was the one who brought in Axl Rose and Guns N' Roses to his country and all the
Oh,
whole
wow.
concert. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then his little kid was talking about how he had dinner with the king, and
Oh, wow.
the
Just like
longer,
slid that in
the
there.
longer Yeah, yeah, he has a crazy, crazy story. So I don't know how much he's going to put in the book. Also, he cannot put everything in the book, of course, because that puts
Yeah.
him in danger. Normally
Mm-hmm.
when I'm traveling and backpacking, I meet a lot of those people, and they all got conspiracies and bullshit. But this guy got pretty big stories, and I've seen all the pictures and everything. He's just standing there with Axl Rose, and that's stuff.
Just casual. Yeah.
So this is really fucking crazy. It's like really awesome. It's like you're pretty much the first guy because everyone is basically like, oh, my dad works at Nintendo. Sort of things. My dad works at Pokemon. But he's actually done a lot of stuff. So I'm very excited to help him make his dream come true to write his book, and that's
Yeah.
what it is about. And to go back with what Hinana posted. You need those connections, and where you just talk to each other and experiences with each other, and then you can trade ideas and
Yeah.
everything. But I actually already have a comic app. I have a so first I'm going to learn traditional, just for a little part, and then of course I'm going to work digital because I'm living out of one suitcase. So obviously
Mm-hmm.
everything's going to be digital. I'm going to be drawing on my iPad, and I got this really cool app. I have that one for years, more than 10 years. So there's no AI in it.
Ah,
People cannot accuse me of anything.
pre AI.
And and it's called Comic Draw by Plesk, and it's a really cool app. I think it's called it costs $10 or something, and you have it for the rest of your life. So there's no
Oh, cool.
subscription or anything. Yeah, with
Yeah.
the whole AI thing, I don't know if you follow a bunch of comic artists, but I see Mark Brooks, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
Ian Lee, and all those big ones, and now they are starting to film the whole process. So even Mark Brooks, he has to prove that he doesn't use AI because
Yeah.
people on Twitter, the AI bros, are just constantly accusing him
Bros.
of using AI.
Yeah.
How how crazy is that, man? I mean, Mark Brooks, he's on top of the drawing world for the last 20 years or so, last two
Yeah.
decades. Who are you accusing? What are we accusing next? Peach Momoko? Well, she works traditional, so I not do
Yeah.
that. But it's kind of crazy. And I've seen Inhyuk Lee as well, and I've seen a whole bunch of other artists, like the big names. I was like, what's going on here? So it kind of ruins the whole world as well. I think AI can be really fun, and if you want to make videos or things or music, I think it can be really fun. I think the problem with the AI bros, they just moved from being a crypto bro and then a meme bro, and now they are AI bros. Just whenever the next fad comes in, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I've seen people posting their AI picture of a Mark Brooks cover, and then they go like, "I made this in 10 seconds." Like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You copied a Mark Brooks art, and you put it in your little machine, and that spits something out, and it's like, "Oh, I made this." Oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
that's a
insane. It's
no-no.
insane.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think AI can be really fun, but there's just a, a small portion of people who think they're going to make money out of it by just pushing a button. You always will have those people, but they are so loud. They are drowning everything. So it's the same thing with NFTs. NFTs still have has a really bad name. You know, for Vivi. Vivi was really smart to call them digital collectibles, but now other NFT projects are calling them digital collectibles. So everybody goes like, "Yeah, we know you mean NFT, bro." So, but when you follow those accounts, like X-Men updates and Daredevil updates and so on, so they are now getting sponsored by Vivi, and I've been following those accounts for a long time. And every time they post something about Vivi, it's the usual people, the comic fans. They just absolutely hate it. So it's only our Vivi community and see all the same names like, wow, this is awesome, it is awesome, and it is awesome. But the comic fans, they still not having it because the whole term NFT and digital collectibles got so tainted. And that's from a couple of years ago because you had all those NFT bros that just keep going and pestering everyone because and shelling. And that is the whole problem. And we have that now with the AI bros.
Yeah.
Then they go like, oh yeah. So then somebody says like, oh, AI is not art, and then they go like, hmm, tell me, how does a human learn? So they go, interesting. And
Tell me
AI
more.
is just for AI is for fun. The whole problem is AI can do a lot. It can do a lot, and it does a lot bad. The whole reason when we're using AI is that we're hoping that AI is going to do mundane jobs, so that regular people or we just have more free time, so
Mm.
we can spend our time on reading and drawing and being creative and writing.
Yeah.
But now AI is taking all those fun jobs, and then we are stuck with bricklaying and retail work. No, I want robots in the retail space, and I want to do art. Art is a human thing. Get on. It's like that scene from I, Robot when Will Smith goes like, "You don't know how to make a drawing or painting," and then in 2 seconds, he draws some really cool artwork, and then
Yeah.
Will Smith is like, "Hmm,
I take that
mm,
back. Yeah, for like AI, it's been like a great tool for me to learn things. Like
yeah,
instead of like I mean I can go and Google as well, but that's also kind of like AI
yeah,
in a way. But I use Grok mainly to just like ask it
me too."
stuff to like that I don't know, and sometimes you have to fact check it as well. But for the most part,
Yeah,
that's been a really great tool for me to like learn something, or just use it as a tool. If you like abuse it, then yeah, you may not like have results that
yeah,
you're expecting. Um, but yeah, for me, it's like I don't see anything. I don't look at it that way. Like it's taking, I mean, it is taking some jobs that don't need like the human touch.
yeah.
But for me, I consider it more as a tool. to help me. Yeah.
Yeah. So the AI that is publicly available, they are saying that they got way better stuff, but I think we are at our peak and we are now. For me, AI is kind of fun just to like Google stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I also notice it is absolutely useless for me. So I'm writing these little articles on my X, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and then you have to do your research. So instead of like doing Google or doing everything out of your head, so I go like, hey, Brock, I'm gonna write an article about Astonishing X-Men #4, and then he spits something out. And then he's just making shit up. What did he say? Something about Colossus. Oh yeah, so I said, so this is the first appearance of Armor, and I'm writing a little article about it. And then Brock immediately goes cheerleading. Wow, you're such a good writer. What an awesome idea. And then he goes like, yeah, man, Colossus get a significant power up with his new armor up. I was like, what are you talking about? He's not getting an armor. Armor is an X-Men character. It's like, oh yeah, you got me there. And then he tries to gaslight me. No, I was talking about how he's getting. It's like, shut up, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I think they call it hallucinating, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just making stuff up. It just keeps talking and talking and talking. And Double Quill, she has a blog and she writes a lot of fanfics and that sort of stuff. And there was a while ago when she was trying to use AI and see if she can make it work. So I use Grok and I go like, okay, I got this idea for a book. This is a plot. This is going to happen. So the first thing, and I've showed Osman that and Daniel as well. I go like, no man, AI is useless. It's useless for me. Look, if you are not a writer, right, just like as you're not a painter, you are very easily impressed. And with writing, is the same thing. So people who have never written anything and they go like, "Hey, Grok, make me a zombie apocalypse book," and then it spits something out, and then these people go like, "Wow, amazing! I'm gonna make $1 million with this."
Yeah.
But if you actually are writing, so I go like, "Hey, man, I'm writing about this," and then you already have your own story, of course. So it's like, this is the plot, this is going to happen, and this is the end of it. And the only thing it's saying is like, "Wow, you're amazing! You are so good! You're genius!" And I go like, "Thanks, Gronk. Maybe I'm genius." And then it's trying to help me, and then it's rewriting everything. I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
ask you to rewrite it. I didn't ask you that. I said, why are you doing that? Oh, sorry, my bad. And
Yeah,
then
and I
it's trying,
apologize profusely.
yeah. And
But
then it's
real
trying,
quick,
yeah,
sorry, Richard, real quick, because
sure.
the kids are gonna need dinner soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is coming up on their dinner time. Um, we're probably gonna have to have part three for you.
Yeah, sure,
But
sure.
I
I
do
keep
wanna,
talking.
just let the audience know how they can just enter in the giveaway, and then when we give
Oh,
them some time to do that, then we can close up um,
yeah.
and say our like final thoughts. Sorry, but love the
No, it's okay.
conversation, and I love listening to
Sure.
you. Um,
Yeah.
so just want to just share with everybody who's listening, watching. Appreciate everyone for sticking around. We have like almost about 250 eyeballs watching and listening to
Seriously?
you, Richard. Yeah. So yeah, they're probably like, "There's that YouTube guy." So, so for everybody that's still here to get into the giveaway, let me just share my screen here. So if you guys go to X, there is a fanable post and it's a poll. So if you guys could, let me put the link in here as well into the chat. So let me put the link here. Okay, so the link is in the chat. So what you guys need to do for the people that want to enter is to go to this post, vote, and in the comments type in hashtag fanable as well as your choice that you clicked up here in the on the choices. So like for example, for people to see, hashtag fanable and then what you chose. And I will give you a few minutes to enter that. And whoever enters in the way I said will be put on a wheel that I will be spinning. So click on the link in the chat and go to X, pick in your vote on the poll, and then in the comments, type in hashtag FANABLE and your choice that you picked. So on the post, the question is, what's your go-to card game to collect right now? So the choices are Pokemon, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Magic the Gathering. So you can see I picked One Piece. It's at 50%. Oh man, it's at 40% now. Oh man.
Oh,
So
no.
it's tied with Pokemon. So yeah, go put in your votes. Make sure you put in the hashtag as well, and that will be counted as your entry onto the wheel. So
I
I'll
put
give you
it.
guys.
For me, was
Was
Magic.
Magic the
I put
Gathering?
Magic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
cool.
yeah, I used to play it on. My brother used to play it a lot back in the days, and I
Like
played a little
tournaments?
bit on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
cool.
those were some hardcore people where you hang around with, because if you lose, you have to rip up your deck. So that there was people who were
Oh
doing
my
that.
Was that the
god.
rule? Or
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
played, that was the rule?
Well, I didn't play back then because I had girlfriends, but
Oh, girlfriends. Yeah, you're busy.
um,
No time for
so
magic.
here, yeah, here in CM Rep, we got this place, and once a week they have tabletop games, and they have magic evenings as well. And somewhere around summer, they are going to release a whole Marvel Magic the Gathering deck and everything, booster packs. So I was like, "Oh man, this is a good time to get into Magic and collect all those Marvel cards and X-Men cards and everything." Then again, do I need another hobby like that?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, it would be cool to play a little bit of Magic with some people here. It's really cool.
Okay, go and enter, everybody. Let's see, is there any... Okay, let me refresh my page and see if anybody followed the rules. Okay, there's only 5 votes so far. And let's see. So I'm gonna make my wheel.
I think you have to refresh it because I voted.
Yeah, so I see Comic Guy. Oh, he's also Magic the Gathering. Comic Guy.
Nice. Good one.
Comic Guy. We got Exhibition. Let's see who else we got. Exhibition. Yeah, right voted. We got VV Mouse. VV Mouse. Let's see who else. Saloni. Nice. Love this. We got more. Saloni. When Pokemon. So while I'm doing this, Richard, any final thoughts before we run the giveaway? The floor is
No, I think
yours.
I think I pretty much said anything I wanted to. And, I can ramble for hours. I think Chris Severs has the record, about 7 hours or something. So one day I'm going to defeat. I'm going to take his throne. Well, it was absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for having me and just nerd out about stuff and talk about the X-Men and everything. So I'm going to be a bit more active within the community. I have this time difference. I'm right in the middle when with America
Yeah.
and Europe. So, but I'm always trying to support people and trying to support their shows, and we've got so many. We got a lot of on X, and we got a lot of on YouTube, and that's really the strength of Vivi. Because sometimes there's always something going on within the Vivi community. I think something happened this week where people didn't really like or did like. That's something to do with a secret rare. I don't care about that sort of things,
Gosh.
but
Yeah.
I do know that the Vivi community in general is very, very, very strong, and obviously the whole hype is already gone for a couple of years. We don't make all those big bucks that people used to make, But I think VV is still growing, and as long as we're here, it keeps growing, and it just needs a couple of people with a big influence to come in to get some real traction again. And I think guys like you and the whole True Media group and Raven and Big Bro as well, of course, and Osman and Josh and Young Collects, all those people and Amelie, they there's too many to name. So they really keeping the community alive, and they have a place for people to nerd out about things, to talk about Vivi, to talk about all the drops. And we actually, starting to talk to comic creators, of course. You guys are doing that. Osman is always doing that. Amelie's getting more
Yeah.
people on his X space, and then I think it's such a strong foundation that Vivi has, and that is really the community. And I think everyone else who's making some kind of project uh, in the space is always looking at Vivi like, how do we can get some of those guys our side, because they always trying to do that, right? Because it is a strong community, and
Yeah.
that's the whole reason why we are doing these things. And I'm just really happy that we have this play. I said it last time to Inano and you as well when I was on the show. I'm just happy I got a place where I can talk about comics, and we got other people talking about comics as well. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
X-Men all the time, of course. I like when Inanna talks about Star Trek. I like it when Osman
Mm-hmm.
talks about Predator, or
Yeah.
Mr. Falcon about Alien, and you got Tales about with his movies and everything. I really like that we are creating a space for fandoms, and
Mm-hmm.
I think in the future when the whole stigma of NFTs and that sort of stuff, that will go away at some point, because I think when people looking at all these shows and these spaces, they go like, "Oh, these are just a bunch of nerds who wants to play with their toys." That's it. And then we go like, "Yeah, man, come in, buddy, come in. Let's talk about your fandom. What do you like? Whether it is Magic or Pokemon or whatever, Star Wars. There's well, Pokemon is not a VV before I get accused of something, but just come in, hang out, and talk about your fandom. And then maybe it's on Vivi. Vivi has a lot, and start collecting. And yeah, sure, there is a way to make some chibi chungas, but I think all the people who are here are basically here for the love of the game. We know by now we are not getting rich of it. For the people who came in later, like me, I came in early 2022, so I missed the whole peak. I didn't make any money. I only lost
Yeah.
money. So, but so for me, Vivi is absolutely perfect, of course, because I can collect X-Men comics, and if I decide to move to another country, maybe I go to the Philippines or Thailand or Vietnam, or maybe I go back to Europe. Then I can just take my whole collection with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I can just take it with me on my phone. So we have that, and we have the community keeping it alive. And I foresee Vivi is going to be. I always say Vivi is forever, and I think they're going to be here a long, long, long time. And we're still here. We didn't get the big boom cycle last time. Maybe it's going to happen in 4 years. Who knows? Fingers crossed. But I'm just happy we got a place where we can nerd out and collect, and that's what it's all about. So thank you for
Exactly.
having me today.
Of
And
course.
I don't hate AI, but I hate AI when they want to sell comic books with it.
That's okay. Slappy, was there anything that
Yeah,
you wanted to add? Any final thoughts? I don't like saying
man,
final words.
listening
Final
to you
thoughts.
talk about X-Men has been just really enthralling. Like I don't know, man. It was really fun listening to you talk about all the X-Men, your passion for comics. It was great. I love listening to you talk about it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You can when there is an X-Men drop, like a big one, like Cyclops last time. You can usually find me somewhere in the Amelie show, and usually I go to Osman. That
Mhm.
is every Sunday evening. But yeah, with the time difference, I cannot always make it. But you usually can find me and get to the comics, the Osman show, and the Amelie drop show. So if you like to hear me speak, you can hear me speak in those shows. But thanks for the kind words, Sloppy. I really appreciate those words. Thank you very
No
much.
problem.
All right. It looks like Pokemon is still in the lead. So everybody, one final chance before I run the wheel. So what you need to do is click on the link that I posted in the live stream chat, which will take you to this post from Fanable. Simply 3 things. Of course, vote. And then in the comment section here, type in hashtag Fanable along with the choice that you chose. The choice that you picked, choice that you chose. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So right now, and make sure you vote because there's a lot of entries in the comments, but only 9 votes. So come on, go and vote, and I'll give you guys 1 more minute. So
Well, I was a little bit confused about that as well because I put it in the comments as well. But so
you did
they
it
really
right.
have to click. Yeah, they have to click there. So maybe you can show it where they have to click. Oh,
Yeah,
you
right
cannot
here.
show it
See,
anymore. No, I
so
know, but the other people haven't really voted. They only put their comments in of their vote in the comments, but they haven't actually clicked their
yeah, so
little
it
picture.
won't. Yeah, it won't let me do anything
Show it
because I've
anymore
already
now.
voted. So if you
Yeah.
go to this post and you haven't voted, it'll give you the option to vote.
Yeah.
So it'll look slightly different. So make sure you go and vote, like physically make a choice here. And then
Smash
put
that
hashtag
button.
Fanable along with your choice. And I'm going to do 1 more refresh, and whoever followed all the rules will be put on the wheel. All right, so last time, okay, we got zombie. I have him. Zombie. Okay. So I got zombie, comic guy, exhibition, VV mouse, Akash, Saloni, Unk. Oh, nice. We got Omi, Billy BB, Billy. Oop, Billy BB. Okay. Omi, Billy BB Investor. And your name may be different, but I have you guys in DM, so I know who to contact. We got Seeker Rare. Oh, okay, we got VP Manager and FT's Manager. Manager, can't spell. We got Hippie and When Pokemon. Oh, and IVVVB. IVVVB. Okay, and that's who I have. So this is what the wheel looks like. Comic Guy, Exhibition, BB Mouse, Saloni, When Pokemon, Ankh, Hippie, Secret Rare, Akash, Zombie, Omi, Believe BB, NFT's Manager, and IVVVB. Okay, last call. Okay, so let us go and so this will be for a Fanable base pack on the app. Okie doke. So I'm going to shuffle. There's 13 entries. I'm going to shuffle, 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 shuffle. And you guys ready? We are going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, good luck.
Good
Let's
luck.
see who it is. It is Phoebe
Mickey
Rose.
Mouse. I'll send the bread.
Congratulations. Phoebe Mouse. That was awesome. That was kind of fun. And we got more people to vote. Slappy. Yay, let's go.
Yay.
Winning all around.
Late on accident. I fell asleep. Took a nap. I was like tweeting it and I like fell asleep and I was just like I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to tweet this.
Yeah, you need some sleep every now and then.
I was mid-tweet and I fell asleep. I was just like, yep, it happens.
It's all good. Thank you, Sloppy, for just coming on and just hanging out. Enjoy the conversation.
No problem. Always glad to be here.
You know, it was funny. If you love One Piece, vote with your alt account. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in and sticking around for almost 2.5 hours. Let's go, Richard. I forgot to turn on my light, so I'm getting darker by the second. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate Fanable for the sponsorship and for the giveaway. Congratulations to the winner of that. I'll be in contact with you to get your information over to Sloppy and the team. And please allow up to 15 days grace period for your deliverables to be delivered to you, or your giveaway to be delivered to you. Yeah. Her light is
Smaldy.
Spaldy. Stop it. This was fun. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard, for your time and coming on, and looking forward to whatever you post on X and YouTube. I'll be following you on your journey. And everyone, please go and
Awesome.
support him on his YouTube channel. Hit him up in the DMs, or on one of the shows that he's on, one of the spaces, or if you just want to chit chat with him on X. And thank you, Sapi, for coming on. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world. And just thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I believe that was it. Yeah, that was it. So
That was
have
it. We made it.
yeah, we made. Have a great night,
Yay!
everybody. Until part 3 for more X-Men talk
Yeah.
and checking up on Richard. We will see you all next time. Thank you,
Sure.
and aloha.
Thank you.
Celebrate the
Bye-bye.
weekend. Yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, let's go. Happy Aloha.